Hi everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Looking forward to the semi-final. Just waiting on Jay. He should be along soon. Um, and don't worry, this watch along. I won't forget to keep an eye on all the comments coming through like I did last time. Um, Obviously, we've got a 1-0 lead at the minute, so just going over the team news. Obviously, a lot of us expected Isak and maybe St Maximin to drop back into the team, but it's the same team that won 1-0 down on the south coast. Hopefully, uh, it's enough to get us through. Looks like they've gone for 5 at the back today, Southampton. So you know how they're going to set up and how they're going to try and play things. Just try and frustrate us and stop us from scoring, and then they're going to hit us on the break with the long balls from Bazunu, and yeah, I can't see it being anything other than a Newcastle win tonight. Even if we get a draw, I wouldn't be angry, to be honest. It would be nice as well tonight uh, for the fans to say goodbye to John Joe Shelby. You know, 7 years now, isn't it, that he's been at the club? So yeah, it'd just be nice for us to be able to say goodbye before he heads down to Forest. Did get a little bit emotional when I saw that we were getting rid of him. It is slightly heartbreaking. The man's been with us for ages. I know he's not always been one of those players that looks like he puts his all in on the pitch, but he did. And yeah, it's just a difficult thing when players have become part of the furniture and then they're off. You've got Carl Darlow as well, who's looking like he's on his way out, potentially after the game. Ryan Fraser, there's rumours that Hull are in talks to sign him. Nothing incoming at the minute for us, which is quite disappointing. But there is the free transfer market. Uh, I know Iko, his move to, I think it was Union Berlin, fell through earlier today. So, I mean, that's a player that I wouldn't mind us maybe taking a punt on. Give him a 6-month deal with an option of another year, depending on how he performs. Other than that, there's not really many options. I mean, we've got Miley in the academy, the young centre midfielder. He could potentially pop up to the senior team for a few games, get a bit of experience with the first team. I know he's been training with them for a little while, so that could be an option. Miley wouldn't be a bad shout as a sub. I feel like Elliot is probably going to be stuck in that centre midfield role now, despite the fact he looks much better out on the wide sort of positions, which is quite disappointing to see him not playing in his natural position. But it is what it is. I can't see him making too many dents into the first team at the minute, and it's quite, like I said, it's disappointing that we've not gone in for another centre midfielder, because we need people beating at the door, to try and get into that first team. And no, Sean is doing all right at the minute, but we can improve on him, and that's before anyone comes at me. that's not me being an asshole about him. It's literally just the fact that to progress forward and to be competing where we are, you need to improve, and you need to constantly bring in players that will upgrade. And at the moment, in that centre mid, Longstaff is the weak link, without lack of a better phrase. What he does well, but we can upgrade. Somebody like I've seen people linking us with Loftus Cheek. For me, that's not one that I would have gone for anyway. Man's so injury prone. His wages are 150 grand a week. It just doesn't make any sense. Gallagher would have been decent. I'm still yet to be convinced by Conor Gallagher, to be honest with you, but he's not the worst. He would have been a good competitive option in that midfield. Competing with Willock, competing with Longstaff to get in there, because as we all know, Bruno's undroppable. But at this stage, we're one injury away from a nightmare. And speaking of nightmares, hello, mates. How we doing?
Yo, how are we doing?
You there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? There you go. Can you hear me now?
Hang on.
No, you've muted yourself. Nope.
How about now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
You can't hear me.
Can't hear me.
What's going on here?
Wait.
How about now, mate? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you perfectly.
There we go. Could you hear me before?
Yeah, I could hear you before. You went mute for a little while.
Hang on, maybe it's my headphones. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Let me just try and figure this out. There we go. How about that?
That's better.
Yeah, I muted my headphones. Oh, I wondered why I kept losing viewers. I've been on 6 minutes and people just kept buggering off. I'm just talking to a blank screen. Oh, there's Gordon on the pitch.
On the pitch, you're just coming out the tunnel with Ashby. How far ahead are
you? Idris Elba's out with bloody Murdad. Well, to be fair, mate, I'm watching it on Sky, so I might be a little bit ahead of you. I'll try not to celebrate too much if we score.
A little bit. I've got 6 minutes to go till kickoff.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, we've got a few minutes. We've just gone to ad break.
Plus.
Oh, are you? And like I said, I'll try not to celebrate too much. No, that's fine. But mate, yeah.
Where's the shirt? Where's the shirt? Why aren't you wearing the colours?
Because every time I wear them, we play crap. The last time when was it I wore it last? Sheffield Wednesday. I wore my shirt in the Sheffield Wednesday game. We lost. The last time I wore it before that was when we played Liverpool. I ain't wearing it. I refuse to wear it now. I just can't.
Call yourself a tune. You don't wear the colours,
mate. It seems to just be bad luck every time I put the shirt on. I can't do that to the boys. It's just not right. But how's things anyway, mate? You been all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Good. Looks like we're doing nothing today then in the old transfer market.
If this is how it's going to end, then I'm actually going to be disappointed with the window.
I have to admit, I am a bit. I mean, I'd have liked another centre mid to come in at least. Yeah, so
I'd rather a backup striker. Yes, Gordon can play there, but he's a winger.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's what Howe's going to do is play Gordon as a striker, because he sort of fits Howe's profile of a striker, doesn't he? He's tall, quick. So maybe that's why he's bought him, is to cover the left wing and potentially play as a backup to Isak and Wilson. But
I can only see him as a winger.
Yeah, I because he can play left or right, and I'd like to think he'll come on before Murphy, and there he is on the pitch again.
Oh, yeah, on the pitch, it's just people waving scarves.
No, yeah, it's just Ashby. I'm quite excited to see play, actually. There's some clips doing the rounds. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen the clips of Ashby doing the rounds on Twitter, taking his free kick?
No.
For the West Ham under 20s, under 21s, he was. Oh, mate, honestly, he takes some wicked free kicks. He is a mini Trippier, Ashby. He looks brilliant. And I watched his interview earlier, and he was saying how basically his idol is Kieran Trippier, and he wants to be Trippier, and he described himself as a mini version of Trippier. So
That's the only problem, though, is that we've signed him and we're not going to see him.
I don't know. I feel like we will. I feel like maybe 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, end of games. Especially if Trippier goes down holding his ankle, you're sort of going to go, right, yeah, just save him, get him off, put Ashby on. Because he was never going to do that with Manquillo. If Trippier went down, he was never going to put Manquillo on the pitch.
Well, no, it's happened to everyone. Craft. He's just gone completely missing.
Well, he's been injured for ages, hasn't he? He properly did himself in. But I think he's back like 4 or 5 weeks, something like that. I know he's been training, Eddie was saying in press conferences, he's been training. But whether he's going to be back to match fitness and ready for him to come in the team at any point soon, I don't know. We'll see, this will show you how far ahead of you I am. Their players are walking out now.
Oh, yeah, they're already walking out, yeah.
Yeah? All right, that's good. That's good. So we're sort of level now.
Then again, I've got different cameras, so it's just focused on Bruno getting to the last place.
Yeah, no, all I'm seeing is everyone with the scarves. But, yeah.
Oh, Shaka Hislop in the studio.
Have you? We've got Ginola, Shay Given, and some bloke that played for Southampton from 88 to 2003. Can't remember his name. Can't remember his name. No, I don't think they'd have him on Sky anymore, would they? No, it's not someone that you'd know. Not someone you'd know. What was his?
Steve Bruce?
What was his name? No, he was a defender, but I can't bloody remember now. So the missus is going to have a quick look. Steve Bruce. Oh, I hope not. He did, but he sounded English. What's his bloody name? Got it? I'm just going to Google it. Southampton defender, 1988, 2003. Benali. Franny Benali. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was like Ginola was going, oh yeah, we're gonna get to the Wembley, and apparently they were like, oh yeah, Benali's just giving you the dirtiest look there now.
Well, they have to score 2 without reply in order to go through.
Against the best defence as well, like in Europe's top 5 leagues. Ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
No. So what do you reckon? What do you reckon score's going to be before game kicks off?
3-1 Southampton.
Jesus Christ, I thought I'm the negative one.
No, you're the one that goes for draws. And again, if we draw, we go through.
Yeah, I was literally about to say I wouldn't care if we drew today. I reckon it'd be 1-0.
I don't know. Considering Southampton took out City, I'd probably go. I'll go 2-1, even though our finishing has been poor. But I'll go 2-1. I think Southampton are going to give us a game.
I don't know. They've got 5 defenders on the pitch from the looks of the team sheet. At least it looked like that when I looked at it. I only skimmed it. But it looked like they were going 5 at the back. They are. They've gone 5 at the back. So it's proper defensive. Right. No, yeah. So, I mean, you know what their game's going to be. It's exactly the same as they did on the South Coast, which is going to be pinging balls down that wing, hoping somebody gets on the end of it. It didn't work last time. Don't see it working again this time. Although that Alcaraz, he looked a player the last time. He looked really good. But Callum Wilson, I don't know. I love the guy, but he's just not been the same since he come back from the World Cup.
I'll give Sean Longstaff about 10 minutes and then bring ASM on.
I have to admit, I'm baffled as to why Jolinton's back on the left wing. You'd stick him on the left side.
Sean Longstaff's pre-match interview?
I didn't. What did he say?
He was saying that he's always got Shearer on on speed dial because he's always a phone call or a text away. And he's been
Really?
speaking to Shearer recently about his finishing and how he can improve about it because he's starting to get fed up of constantly hitting it over the bar every single game.
Well, he's not alone. We're all fed up of it, Sean.
All I was like was, fuck, you're actually admitting it.
Well, at least he recognises it. In fairness to him, I'll give him that. He recognises it. Maybe he can sort it out now. Because, it's not good enough, is it? Him and Willock missing so many sitters. And Jolinton, to be fair. Even Miggy, since the World Cup, has missed so many sitters.
Well, they all learnt it from that useless number 20 that ain't with us no more.
Well, that's one player that you're really happy's gone. I have to admit, I got
really not taking the number 20 shirt.
I don't know because now Shelby's gone. The number 8's free.
Because if you look on the NUFC website, look at the main players. Wood's shirt number's been changed to Bruno's shirt number, but it's been shadowed out, so it makes you think that number 20's gone to Gordon.
Maybe. Unless it's gone to Ashby. Because I would imagine, I don't know. I'd have put Gordon as number 8, to be honest. If he's going to be in and around the first team, don't get me started on the signing itself, but now he's here, I'll give him the chance.
Just thinking about it, I was like, do you know what? Actually, he could actually work out for us.
The
could actually be that player that we needed, and it could help get Richie and Fraser off the books.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, when you first watch it, or when you first saw all of the links and everything of him coming in, you're sort of like, what the hell are we thinking? Especially for that price. But then you start thinking about it and you think, well, it'd suit our high press. It'd suit our system and how Eddie wants to play. Because, what was it? He's clocked at the second quickest player in the Premier League this season. He can play on the left or the right, so he can overlap with players. And he can play down the centre if needs be. It just makes sense. He's 21, he's English. I have to say, that's the one thing I do like about January. Obviously, we got Qual in. Where'd you get to?
Wilson, nearly a tap-in.
Oh, really?
You
might be. I think you. Do you know what? You're ahead of me.
Am I ahead? What time are you on?
Yeah.
I've just hit 3 minutes.
I'm 2 minutes 50 now. Yeah.
Oh,
bloody hell!
I'm ahead.
ESPN's ahead. Yeah, it is Ali McCoist. Yeah. Oh my God! It's nice to hear Ali McCoist actually doing some decent commentary.
Has she got a thing for Ali McCoist, especially with that reaction?
He's just a better commentator than we used to. It's usually Genus or Gary Neville.
The only time I preferred Ali McCoist was on Question of Sport.
Yeah, I miss Question of Sport the way it used to be. Bloody hell. I didn't realise Howell's managed that many games. 599. I mean, Southampton are just content to sit back, aren't they? This is... I don't get it, mate. Go on, Joey. For fuck's sake.
Yes!
No.
Longstaff!
Really? No, don't tell me Sean scored.
Sean Longstaff!
He did.
Get in!
Yes! Get in! I didn't believe it.
I told you, I always loved Sean Longstaff. I tell you, I've always loved him.
Mate, yeah. Longstaff, I told you. There's no need. We don't need to replace him, do we?
Nah. Get in, 2-0 on aggregate.
What a player.
Oh my God.
Tell you what, better than Shearer with his finishing, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that. Better than Beardsley.
Oh, look, Matty's in the stands watching.
Well, that's 2-0 on aggregate. Might as well end the stream now then. We're at Wembley. See ya.
Yeah, that's it. Bye. No, seriously, yo.
Beautiful.
Those calls of Alan Shearer must have really bore some fruit, mate.
Yeah, all Alan said was just keep the bloody ball down.
This is a goal. It goes in between the posts, not over or beside it.
Yes, when you hit it over, that's called rugby.
Jesus Christ, 5 defenders and not one of them could stop Longstaff.
Oh, get him. 1-0, 2-0 neck.
I'm going to Wembley, mate. I'm going to Wembley.
Wembley.
Hey. Oh, man. Oh, it's amazing. I'm still suffering with fucking...
Don't need him.
Yeah. Who needs Anthony Gordon?
Oh,
I don't even think Gordon gets to play any games, does he? He won't even be able to play in the final.
Oh, no, Anthony. He's cup tied.
Yeah. I don't think Ashby can even play in this because isn't he cup tied as well?
I'm not sure if he is or not.
I'll have to have a look at that actually. And let me have a look, see if Ashby's played in the cup.
All we know is that Gordon could make his debut against West Ham at the weekend.
Yes. Oh, Arsenal have signed Jorginho. That's confirmed now.
Yeah, Chelsea going to.
I'm so glad they signed him. Yeah, well, I'm so glad they signed Jorginho and not us because we got linked with him a little bit, didn't we? It's just not a player that I want to see in a Newcastle shirt, Jorginho.
I just really hope Chelsea get hit with FFP of their 660 million fucking spend already. Oh, and they moan at us about 12 mil for Dan Burn.
No, I know. It's stupid, but I don't understand.
Oh, God.
Go on. Oh. Go on, Sean. Oh, I told you, he's terrible, mate.
Yeah, get fucking sell him. Get him out of the club. God.
Christ alive.
That was Bruno's goal.
God almighty.
Oh.
Soulless ginger. That's what he is. Soulless ginger bastard.
I might need to change the seats in a bit if this happens again.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. That was close. Yeah, I saw that, yeah. What I don't understand is why are all our chances falling to Sean now? Is it because I'll tell you what it is, and it's actually genius from Eddie and Sean. What he's done is he's gone on a run of 10 games of missing every opportunity. So now opposition just think, let him have the ball. He ain't going to do nothing with it. That way, when he does get the ball, they're all just like, nah, he's not going to score. He just back of the net. Perfect. Genius tactics, that is.
Wait for the 60-yard screamer at halftime.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he has scored him, hasn't he? I remember watching him play for Blackpool when they were in League One, when he was on loan there. Scored a screamer from about 40, 50 yards. He can hit them, but he just hasn't for Newcastle.
Oh, he still hit them for us. Just they just go up.
Yeah. It's just he does Johnny Wilkinson. Oh. That's right. I thought Sean was injured.
I don't want to stare at Nathan Jones. Get the camera off him. There we go.
I hate it when they do that during games. They did it the other day again in the reverse fixture. They're taking quick throw-ins and they're too busy taking fucking camera down the touchline looking at the subs. I don't care about the subs. Show me the fucking 22 on the pitch.
Ah.
Oh, mate, this is... Oh. See, Willock's transition play is so good, but it's just the rest of it. He's fucking around on the ball too long. Spends too long fucking... No, I know, but he needs to just let go of the ball quicker. Mrs. is right. He dallies too much.
He's a bit like ASM of 2 seasons ago when he was just being so selfish on the ball.
Yeah. At least ASM's looking like he's he's trying to fit into Howe's style of play now.
That was
So
bad.
I don't know if you saw what ASM said the other day, is that him and Isaac are constantly asking to stay late at training so that they can. Fuck me. I see what you mean.
That was a bad cross from Trips.
Bloody hell. That's another thing I saw earlier. So I can't remember if it's like SofaScore or whoever it is, but across Europe, across the top 5 leagues, Trippier's the second highest, got the second highest rating from all of his games of any players. Only Messi's got a better.
You've muted yourself. Nope, still muted. You've gone silent. You've blown the speaker. Can't hear a single word.
How about now?
There you are.
Fucking hell. Sorry, mate. I keep this bloody thing irritating. But no, yeah. So across the top 5 leagues in Europe, I think it's SofaScore or someone like that. But Messi's the highest average rating of any player from games, and Trippier's second. It's mental. The fact that we've got players that are even mentioned in that kind of. Go on, son. Go on, Joey.
And it's cost 12 mil.
We'll take it for the minute. That's another thing as well. Don't get how Coletta Carr's allowed to play in this game. It shouldn't have been the FA Cup he was suspended from. It should be the same competition you get sent off in that you're suspended from.
Well, that's what you're thinking, right?
Yeah. Although on the one hand, he has been sent off against us before. So either he's going to shy away from tackles in this game, or he's going to...
Happens in Europe. You get sent off in the Champions League. You don't miss a league game for it.
Exactly. But who knows, mate?
We'll know when the Champions League comes to St James's next season. Hooray!
Oh, we carry on the way we are, mate. It's happening.
Get a walk out onto the pitch. We're in the champion.
Yeah. Well, think of it this way as well. Say we really fall off at the end of the season, and God forbid we don't. God forbid we don't fall off. But if we do, and we drop down to like 8th, if we win the Carabao Cup, we still get Europe. So, fucking hell. What the fuck was that? No, so FA Cup, you get Europa League. Carabao Cup, you get Europa Conference.
Ah, okay.
So, regardless of what happens, and to be fair, you'd expect Man United to end up in Europe anyway. So, it'd go to second place from the Carabao Cup. So, we would end up with Europe, even if we get to the final of this. There's no way that we don't. So, there is that at least, you know. Sorry, mate.
Forest have a 4-0 win in the second leg.
There you go. Sorry about that. This bloody thing, it keeps making noises. What is with Salisu's hair? Did he go to the barbers and say, make me look like the handlebar of a bicycle? Jesus, wet. Oh, dear.
Oh, what a beautiful goal kick. Beautiful goal kick.
I'm guessing this goes straight out then.
It goes straight into the Southampton dugout.
Oh, does it? Hey! Jesus Christ. I wish I could see it hit the Southampton dugout, but they've had a little pop-up in the bottom corner just as the ball went out. So I didn't get to see jack shit. Yeah. Although it is a nice little pop-up saying how we're better than Barcelona and everyone in Europe with clean sheets. Are you all right, love?
He said, why is a child been at the Southampton kit with like a grey up?
So Mrs. Brother messaged there saying, "Why's a child been drawing all over the Southampton kit?" It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, they look like waves or whatever.
It looks like someone's had it with a crayon.
It's not as bad as the Burnley home kit. It looks all pixelated.
Oh, or is it the Crystal Palace one? Fucking hell, it does, yeah. Oh, that's weird. It's like the old it is Waves Cat, yeah. No, it's not as bad as Palace's one, you know, the weird fucking stripes down the middle. I can't remember if it's their away or their third kit, but a lot of people online were like, "Oh, it's really nice." It's fucking minging.
Don't tell me Idris Elba was there to support Southampton.
I hope not. Because he sat with our. Who's he sat with?
He sat with the owners. They just said he's a Newcastle fan.
Oh, is he? Idris is a Newcastle fan.
Is it?
Good lad.
No, you're not.
Oh! Oh, Miggy
You're right
was
there,
nearly
mate.
in. Miggy was
Jesus.
nearly in. He's on.
Oh, mate, he was as nearly in as I have a shot with Margot Robbie. Don't look at me
Yeah,
like that.
sure.
Woman.
Do you want to give me a number? I mean, share the number. I mean, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You won't get his reference. It looks like they've been at cruise camp.
No, I don't get that.
It's an Irish thing.
You and your Irishisms. It's been scrappy, really. I mean, Southampton can't string two passes together to save their lives. I think the occasion's got to them, innit?
Oh yeah, they now need to score 3.
No. That's a bit better. Sorry, I'll change the old screen around. So I'm keeping an eye on the comments, but nothing's come in yet. So. Yeah, people have been in and out. It happens. Tell you what, though, I do feel sorry for this Bazunu. I feel like he could actually be a really good keeper if he had a decent manager, decent coaching staff.
Yeah, I don't know why they brought in Nathan Jones from Luton of all places.
I know.
What?
What?
You should have seen that match I watched at home, Ireland v Portugal. He was great in that match.
Oh yeah, I'm not disregarding the fact that he's good for Ireland. He's just shit for Southampton.
Oh, ref, come on.
I don't think I've seen what you've seen yet.
Attack on Bruno.
Where? Oh, here it comes. Oh, come on. That's an arm that's a hand in the face. That's a yellow card at least. Dirty scumbags. No one good. Well, it is. You don't touch Bruno.
You don't touch our Brazilian Jesus.
Nah, mate. Nah, it doesn't work, unfortunately, love. I'm sorry. I know he's a handsome fella, but doesn't mean you need to get the grips with him. Jesus Christ, this Southampton team is just boring. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Southampton are dodgy. What is happening? Have they been paid off or something? Did Murdad spend all the transfer budget on getting Southampton to let us through?
I can see a second one happening any moment.
Oh, mate, it's Southampton. They're just all over the place. What happened?
If we go 2-0, that's game over.
Oh, definitely, 100%. I think it's game over already from the way they're playing.
Oh yeah, they've already got a score 3 to win without reply.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, I feel so sorry for Ward Prowse because he's stuck with this team through thick and thin, and they have been nothing but shite since he's been there. And now they're potentially going to go back.
Wrong stuff again.
Fuck off. It's not Willock, is it? Oh.
It's not Sean again. Oh, come on. We need to do videos slagging him off more often because it seems to have really given him a bit of.
It works.
It's working, mate. Yeah. I think we can.
Oh, what did I say earlier? Long-star hat trick. I think it's going to come true.
To be fair, you actually did, didn't you? I wonder what the odds were with like Sky Bet or something on that, mate. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Southampton. Any viewers watching, Southampton have to score 4 without reply to go through.
Against the best defence in Europe's top 5 leagues.
And how are you ever going to beat this goal machine in Sean Longstaff?
Yeah, so did Jay. Yeah, seems like everyone's ahead of us. Her brother in Ireland's ahead of us with the game as well.
Well, that goal was good. He said that's a brilliant goal.
Fuck, man.
To ESPN.
Yeah, do we need to put the stream on instead? Why are we paying for it legally, for fuck's sake? We're behind everybody else. The game's in England, for fuck's sake. Her brother in Ireland saw it before we did.
I don't know about you, but I'm in the 76th minute.
Oh, dear. So are Southampton from the looks of things. Christ, yeah. I mean, you can definitely tell Southampton missed Gineppo. Because against down,
look at that squad the way it used to be.
Well, down at St Mary's, he was their biggest threat, wasn't he?
Especially under Pochettino when they had such a team and they sold half of it to Liverpool.
Mane, Van Dijk, Højbjerg, mate, some of the
Ricky
players.
Lambert.
Yeah, Ricky Lambert, he was quality. Honestly, what they've done to their team, I think selling Oriol Romeu as well, that's poor business in the summer. They flogged Danny Ings, get rid of Danny Ings when he was banging in double figures every season for him when he was down there.
Morgan Schneider.
Yeah. Schneider, yeah, he was class as well. It was the other one that had a similar name that played in the midfield with him. Was it Sam? No, not Morgan Samson, is it? Something like that. Oh, I don't know. Don't really matter, does it? But
not really.
I mean, the only player I'd take from this, three players I'd take from this Southampton team would be Salisu, Ward-Prowse, and that Alcaraz. Maybe Walker-Peters, but he's got some shit games in him as well as Walker-Peters.
Yeah, that's why Spurs sold him.
Yeah. Although, do you see there's rumours that they wanted to buy him back? Obviously, they've got that Pedro Porro now. But, yeah. Here's something I was saying on Twitter as well, was that obviously we're probably not going to sign anyone now in this window. But there's obviously the route of free transfers. Would you take Aiko? Because his move to Union Berlin fell through. So just six months back up.
I'd take him over Drinkwater. I wouldn't take Drinkwater.
Yeah, no, fuck Drinkwater. But yeah, I think I'd take Aiko on a 6-month loan, 6-month contract, just to bolster the ranks a little bit. Because if he plays well, like he did when he was at Madrid, then that is a hell of a player you've got. But if you play shit, it's not really a big loss, is it? It's just 6 months. Or you've got the option.
Four now.
Say again? They've gone to a back four.
Gone to a back four.
Didn't look very good there. Shaky as hell. I haven't seen Wolves touch the ball yet.
Learn from us. Bruce played a back five, and look what that got us.
Oh, Christ, yeah. In the modern game, you can't play back fives with it working very well, to be honest. But, yeah, I mean, the other option we've got, obviously, if we're not going to get somebody like Aiko in, is you've got Miley in the academy plays centre mid, and he's been training with the first team over the when they came back from their break during the World Cup, he started training with the academy of his brother. So maybe that's an option. Maybe he's just going to dip into the academy. Because I think playing Anderson as a centre mid's a bit... It's not really the best idea because he's a left winger, isn't he? So... But we haven't really got many options now. Now Shelby's off.
We could actually bring through a youth player. It's that time he has a youth breaking through.
Yeah, well, it's the same with the striker situation, isn't it? We could bring Endoweni or Westendorf up, give them a game or something just to see how they do. 5 minutes end of a game.
Dylan Stevenson.
Well, he's off. He's on loan now, isn't he, Stevenson? He's at Hamilton Academical, I think he's at. He scored in his debut from the other day.
Just bring Kowal back from Hearts and let him play for a team.
Well, I mean, I think is Jay Turner Cook still at the club because he can play either wing and up front, can't he? So he could be an option to. I don't know. I'm struggling to keep track of all the youngsters we've sent on loan.
I mean, even that Joe White seems pretty decent.
Mate, the fans. I can't remember where he's on loan at, but the fans of that club have raved about him since he's been there. But then again, we had the same with Anderson when he went to Bristol Rovers. And he's just not replicated it for us. Obviously, he's not really had the game time to do it, and he's had a few injuries and niggles here and there, but...
Oh,
is it bad? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's... Tell me he gets up.
Physio's on.
Oh, shit. So, if you can't see this, people, then Lianco's come out, and as he's come out, he's lost control of the ball, and he's just clattered straight into Jollington, who's now laying on the floor with a physio stood over him. And it looks like he's sort of... They bang knees, really, haven't they?
Gordon's texting Eddie Howe, I'm ready.
I think St. Maximin's probably texting Eddie going, just get me on this fucking pitch.
Oh, Shelby's in the stands.
Yeah, he travelled up from Nottingham Forest to come say goodbye to all the players and to watch the game. I tell you, yeah, I was saying to the missus, and I've said it a few times, honestly, it breaks my heart to see him leave because he's been such a good servant to the club. Yeah, he's been lazy sometimes, and I've had my complaints about him, but he's stuck through us through thick and thin, and he scored some crucial goals. Just been brilliant, hasn't he?
To me, he's the best passer in the game. You
Yeah.
can get a pass out of anything.
Oh, Christ, yeah. Nottingham Forest have got a good player there. It's quite sad to see Shelby go. I hope we gave him a round of applause or something before the game. Jesus Christ, that Gordon's an ugly git, and he bless him. Not blessed with looks.
I hope it's Bird. Jesus Christ.
His bird is out of his league.
Way out of his league. She's with him for the money. Oh, no!
No, we don't.
We've conceded.
Oh, fuck off. We don't... Oh. Fucking Nick Pope. Shit, mate. Get rid of him.
Get him out.
Keep
Get
Darlow.
him out.
Keep Darlow. Why ain't Darlow playing?
Get Carrius in.
Fucking hell. What a shit goal to concede as well. It's not even like he's hit it with any venom. I love how he's run back to the penalty spot.
Enough now. Crying out loud.
Yeah, but I love how Che Adams has picked up the ball, ran back to the fucking... Yeah, Adams has run back to the fucking centre spot, put the ball down as if to say, let's crack on, we're going to win this now.
Yeah, we nearly just went 3-1.
What were the defenders doing there? Oh, for fuck's sake. Is that Wilson? Yeah. Why the fuck has he even started in this game? I love Callum, but he's been fucking awful since he's come back from the World Cup.
Well, I would have rather Isaac started.
Oh, I think everybody would have, to be honest, mate. Isaac deserves the start after the way he's played in his recent couple of appearances, but for some reason Eddie just doesn't seem to. Maybe he just thinks his fitness isn't fully there yet.
What's the point?
Then again,
paying mil for a striker that's going to sit on the bench.
Yeah, but then again, if that is the argument that Eddie's got, Wilson's got zero fitness. I mean, he barely runs on this pitch anymore. He almost stands still all the time. He never. I reckon he had COVID over when he got back from the World Cup. I feel like he had COVID, and that's now he's got the effects of long COVID in his lungs. Yeah, because it will take a yard of pace out of you once you've had it. He's just not fully recovered. What these dirty bastards, man? What? How is Nathan Jones trying to argue that? 2 arms pushed in the back.
Fouls committed. Newcastle 2, Southampton 7.
Well, it just shows their tactics, doesn't it? Ali McCoy's maybe enjoying the game, but I was until we lost our clean sheet record. At least we've got it in the Premiership still. That's something.
Yeah, should be able to retain that against West Ham.
Yeah. It's at home, isn't it, the West Ham game?
I think so, yeah.
I can't see them doing anything to us. It'll be interesting to see Paquetá versus Bruno, though. I was desperate.
Interesting to see how that pans out.
I was desperate for Paquetá to sign for us in the summer, but I'm glad we didn't. Now I've seen him play for West Ham. He's mercurial. He's a bit like St. Maximin 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, he's not really adapted to the Premier League standard.
No.
And on that band, Bruno has.
Yeah. But it's like when
Ben, come on.
Sometimes I listen to Talk Sport and the old, when it hits 10 o'clock, I flick it on just to hear the shit get spouted by Jason Cundy. Oh, come on. I'm guessing they don't give it then.
I don't know. I think he said VAR's not in action tonight.
No, it should be. Semi-finals is when it kicks in, isn't it?
Yeah, we had it for the first leg. I think he said VAR not working. Typical St James's.
Oh, well, to be fair, the ball's got to go out of play first, doesn't it, for them to look at it? So. No, they've just said VAR said there was nothing in it. But no, whatever. But no,
nothing in it. We're playing.
Yeah, there's a thing Jason Cundy says on Talk Sport, and I fucking hate Talk Sport sometimes, but it's all fart, no poo. And that's exactly what Paquetá has been for West Ham. All fart, no poo. Bit like Southampton tonight, other than that Che Adams goal. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, coming forward.
That cheeky prick as well in the game at St Mary's. Fucking celebrating when he thought he scored against us.
Oh, Armstrong.
Oh, yeah. And then people were saying online, oh yeah, but back in the day, players never always used to celebrate against old clubs. Yeah, that's back in the day. That's not now, is it?
I think that's a penalty. They're showing replays. He had his arm around his neck and threw Callum to the ground.
Let's have a look. Oh, mate, yeah. I mean, it's a bit soft, but maybe. Do you know what? If Wilson stayed on his feet, there's more option for him to fucking score if he stayed on his feet than it is going down.
Surely Lianco should have seen a card by now after that challenge on. Oh, Walker Peters is being signalled to be subbed.
Oh, is he? Walker Peters coming off, babe.
The problem is down. The physios are on the pitch doing the whole hand gesture.
The only thing that I can say that's bad about this is they might bring another midfielder on and try going all-out attack now that they've got the first goal. They know they can put one past.
Yeah, they have reverted back to a 4 at the back, so it'd probably be ideal to take him off and bring a builder on.
Yeah, well, now they know they can put one past Pope. They've Is Orsic started? Because I don't think I've seen him yet. So they might bring Orsic on.
I can't say I've seen the Southampton squad.
No, I can't say I have either, mate. Hang on, while we're on a break, let me get it up on my phone. Let's have a look.
Who's getting ready? Who is that?
Oh, Marcel Sabitzer has arrived at Carrington. He's going to sign for Man United.
Sabitz is a pretty decent player.
Not bad, is he? Fernandez is undergoing his Chelsea medical, but there's still no deal in place.
Turn around. I want to see your name. What's your name? Number 23. Who's your
is that Edozie?
Edozie, there you go. Yeah, Edozie's coming on.
Yeah. He did cause Trippier some problems at St Mary's. He's a tricky little prick.
So that's Walker Peters off, Edozie on.
Yeah. Well, given Wilson's been non-existent this game, can he just 2-foot him straight off the bat? Doesn't matter if Wilson gets red carded because he's been non-existent regardless. We're playing without him.
We'll just bung Longstaff up top. He can get his hat trick and then sorted.
It does hurt me to say it because Wilson's been so good for us since he signed, but he has been non-existent in the last 4 or 5 games.
That was poor. Oh, Wilson, no, poor.
As if to prove my point, there he is. Like,
Wilson, so shit. Okay, scored.
Yeah, it worked with Longstaff, to be fair.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Corner.
Oh, if Dan Burn was to score and celebrate with that dance.
Oh, could you imagine? I'm amazed that when they had old DJ Shaq doing his set before the game, that old Dan Burn one out there doing his little jig. You know that's going to be a meme at some point on the internet, is DJ Shaq doing his set with Dan Burn just next to him, just doing the old jig.
Oh.
No. So, right, let me find the bloody lineup. Fucking Bazunu. John Terry on Twitter. I love what Newcastle are doing and how they play. They constantly look to play forward, and as a neutral, it's great to watch.
No, who cares about John Terry? All he cares about is while the players are out on the pitch, if their wives are still available.
Yeah. I was about to say, he's probably tweeting that while he's balls deep in his neighbour's missus, isn't he?
Yeah, probably Wayne Bridges won again.
Yeah. I'll tell you why the men's team haven't signed any players during this today is because the old women's team have been busy. That's probably why. They've been too focused on getting a couple of the lasses in. I've made a couple of... mate, it's irritating. That Franca that plays for Flamengo, I was desperate for us to get him. Because when I heard about our interest, I watched a few Flamengo games, and I'll tell you what, he's fucking brilliant. Really good player. Fits the Eddie Howe style as well. He's tall, quick, strong. It would have been brilliant. And he would have covered left wing, centre attacking mid, and as a striker as well. So it'd have been a class player to get in. But anyway, I keep distracting myself. What's this Southampton lineup? So where is it? Right, yeah. Who the hell's Bree?
Some sort of cheese.
Oh, was that the lad they signed from Luton?
Some sort of cheese.
Spelt differently, though. Bree. I feel like that's the lad they got from Luton. The one that worked with Nathan Jones.
Oh, Wilson. Ah, poor.
Yeah,
it just needed someone near post, but Joey was on the other end.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad run from him. I'll give him that.
Isaac would have done better than that, mate. Isaac did do better than that. That's basically the same run Isaac made to set up a fucking goal against them the last leg.
It wasn't a bad run. I'll give. He's still got his pace, but
he's just not. It's everything else. I mean, it's nice to see him actually getting on the ball now, but he's not doing anything with it. I feel like he'd be better placed coming off the bench. He's the sort of player that would thrive off of a tired team in the 80th minute, coming on, getting between two tired centre backs. Whereas Isaac from the start is a handful. Oh shit. Yeah. So they got Bazunu, Brealey, Anko, Bednarek, Salisu. Obviously, Idosi's come on. Diallo, Alcaraz, Ward-Prowse, Armstrong, and Che Adams. I'm glad that Sekumara didn't start because he was lively against us last time as well.
Yeah, that'd be a second half sub.
Yeah. I mean, it's slowed down the pace a bit, isn't it? I mean, we're in control of this game. There's no doubt about that.
Oh yeah, 4 minutes plus. They still got to score two to. They've got to score two to level.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, they're playing the long ball game at the moment. In fact, actually, they've played long balls, but they can't get them off. And look, just then when they're trying to play short passes, it's immediately straight back to us. I don't understand how you can have a team with Ward-Prowse as the only decent passer in it. It's no wonder they're in the predicament they're in. And I mean, Southampton aren't by any stretch of the imagination a bad team, but they look so bang average.
Getting a bit annoyed with the commentator pronouncing Almiron's name wrong.
Almiron, is it? Is that what you're saying?
Almiron.
Almiron. Wow. Is he American?
No, it's the one that usually commentates on FIFA.
Oh, really? It's not. Jesus Christ. Looks like when they call him fucking Joe Linton. Although I think that is actually how you pronounce his name. But
more like Joel Linton.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to call him Wilson, are they? You know.
Kaloum.
Yeah. Well, who was it that calls him St. Maximum? Paul Merson, isn't it? St. Maximum.
He can never pronounce anyone's name.
That's because he's had too much fucking beer, mate. Bloody hell. But no, yeah, I mean, we're on again this weekend, aren't we? On the old Skybox. Oh, fucking hell, ref. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, they taking the fucking goal kick. Why are you pulling it back? Stupid bald-headed twonk. He looks like Ron Howard's brother, the ref. You know, the one in Austin Powers that's always seeing the giant tits on the little screen. That's what he looks like. Right. Poor cat. Stop gassing my cat with your feet. Tell him that. God, he looks fat from this angle. Yeah, I got the old
ref. Clear in.
What is he about to blow for a head injury? Is he?
Well,
fuck off! There was fuck all in that.
Exactly.
What? Oh, mate.
There was nothing in it. We were clear on goal.
Yeah, I knew the second I saw these officials that it was going to be a fucking nightmare for us. And it Craig Paulson on VAR, which would probably explain why we didn't get that fucking penalty earlier.
Oh, Paulson. I cannot freaking stand Paulson.
I'm pretty sure that's who it is, and it's that fucking melt that never gives us anything.
Him and Mike Dean, I just cannot stand.
Oh, bring back Clattenburg. At least he did
bring back Howard Webb. At least we can have 3 yellow cards before a red.
Yeah. Wait, isn't Clattenburg a Newcastle fan? Is it Clattenburg a Newcastle fan? can't remember. There is a ref that's a Newcastle fan, but hang on.
3 minutes added on.
Michael Owen on Twitter. I may not be a fan's favourite up there, but I'd be absolutely delighted to see my old club get through to the final tonight.
Ah, bollocks. After what he put in his book.
Do you know what? After that, don't want us to now. I'm kidding. Of course I do.
Oh, that's it. That's all your subs on.
But that's not what you want, is it? Michael Owen's seal of approval. Fucking hell. This is a man that said, in order to win games, you've got to score goals. No shit, Michael.
Someone give him the fucking ball. Come on, you're wasting time. I fucking hate time wasting.
In fairness, though, mate, they're only wasting their own time.
We're still only going to get added on.
We're still winning. Still weirds me out Idris Elba's there.
Well, it still weirds me out how Ryan Reynolds can turn up at Wrexham.
Yeah, oh, that was surreal watching out on the BBC with him next to Shearer and Gary Lineker chatting. It was just very surreal.
Who asked who for a picture first, I wonder?
Oh, well, of course he asked Shearer for a picture.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Asked for Shearer's autograph and everything.
Oh, yeah, Ryan Reynolds is a huge fan.
Oh, that was a high boot. Fuck him. Come on, ref. And he fucking took Almiron's head off.
Let's have a look.
Jesus.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
Fucking high boot. Nothing. Well, free kick given, but no card or nothing.
Jesus Christ. Could have taken his fucking head off with that. That's it, Almiron. Milk it, mate. Go for it. He's holding his ribs like he kicked him in there. He kicked him in the elbow.
Ah, Trips is having words now. Go on, Trips. Deck him one. Oh, Joe Linton's come over. Go on, Joe Linton. Deck him one.
Oh, that last game where Coletta Carr got sent off and he was beefing with everyone. He was a big man until Jolinton walked over.
Come on, Murphy. Come on and give him the little bye. Bye.
Brilliant. I hope he does it as they walk off the pitch today.
Bye. Just imagine it. Just bring on Murphy just so he can do that. A full-time whistle blows. See ya.
Best thing he's done in a Newcastle shirt. And as much as I hate to say it, in the summer, it's going to be bye to Jacob Murphy, probably. At least I hope so.
No. I don't know. I think Eddie's got a soft spot for him like he has with Sean Longstaff.
I don't know why. The kid's got pace. He can run, but he's got no end product.
There we go. Half time. 2-0. Well, I was going to say 2-0, but it ain't. It's 2-1.
Well, we've not got our clean sheet record intact. It's intact in the league at least, but I mean, to be fair, watching it back, Che Adams' goal, it was pretty good, but the defending was absolutely shocking.
Good shot, but yeah, someone should have got down to that.
Three defenders. It went through two of them. Not one of them put a leg out. Not one of them.
No, still having a go at the ref.
Yeah, and let's face it, nobody in that stadium or around the world expected Longstaff to score our 2 goals. So fair play to him. Can't go wrong, mate. It's been decent. It's not been a world-class game of football, has it really? Southampton have been poor. But then again, we should be maybe three goals to the good at the minute because opportunities are falling our way. We've just not taken them. It's the same old shit. And if Isaac, you'd think if Isaac was on the pitch, we'd have probably buried a couple more of them. Wilson, I love him, but he's just lacking that clinical edge. Okay, I am still here, aren't I?
Hi.
Am I still? Yeah, am I still here?
Oh yeah.
So I'm paranoid now. I'm going to keep going.
Just watch it back.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to see you just going.
Oh, don't. I spent the first 6 minutes that was the first 6 minutes of the video. I was chatting away, giving it all good stats and everything. I planned out the first few minutes and got it. People were tuning in.
No viewer has the decency to say, yeah, you do know your mic's not on.
Oh, they just went. Wasn't until
Probably
you come
taking
on. I was
screenshots
like,
and saying, oh, look at this twat not fucking
Yeah.
talking properly.
good thing you're not dishing out Sinclair awards anymore, because hey.
Oh, so yeah, the Sinclair Awards are returning.
Oh dear. Oh god, mate. It's might quickly on my phone flick the transfer centre on, see what's going on there.
Nothing.
Yeah, you don't look right in an Arsenal shirt, Jorginho.
What is it with Arsenal constantly buying Chelsea players?
No, I know. Who did?
I said, what's with Jorginho? And I said, oh, it's a very touch.
Her brother's an Arsenal fan, unfortunately.
Disowned.
But her mum's a Tottenham fan.
Oh, definitely disowned.
So it's quite fun at the minute. Obviously, we beat her mum's team, which was lovely. And then her cousin's a Leicester fan. One of my stepbrothers is an Arsenal fan. Two of my brothers are Chelsea fans. My stepdad's an Arsenal fan. My stepsister's an Arsenal fan. I'm surrounded by people with very poor taste in football clubs, mate.
So what you're saying, you're surrounded by arses.
Yeah, I'm amazed my taste in football teams has turned out this good. Although saying that, it's
the whole family is Crystal Palace, and there's me further north.
Mate, well, you to be fair to you picked the good one out of all of them, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I preferred the black and white over the purple and blue, the bruised shirt.
Oh dear, yeah. See, I'm on the whiskey here.
Yeah, I'm on the harder stuff. It's called Dr. Pepper.
Oh, what's he a doctor of?
Salt.
All right. Oh dear, yeah. So, what do you reckon? Any more goals in this game, or is it just going to finish this way?
The stat for Sean Longcraft, the first career brace.
Is it? Jesus wept.
1 goal in previous 45 matches.
Fucking hell. Well, he's only done that because Matty stood in the stands watching him.
Oh,
so,
wow.
What else have we got? So,
first career brace for Sean Longstaff. Man.
That is mad. Fair play to the kid. We did start the top of this sort of having a bit
first
of a
League Cup final appearance since 1975-76 season.
Bloody hell. It's only going to be our second ever final in the Carabao, the League Cup. We've so that'd be just amazing.
It was my prediction of the game. It was 2-1.
It was, yeah. It was 2-1. Well, not bad. You're halfway there, mate. See what happens second half. I feel like there's more.
Goal prediction. I'm predicting a fucking hat-trick for Longstaff. I mean, come on, everything's going right.
I love it. You predicted 2-1, but a hat-trick for Longstaff.
Unless he grabs an own goal.
Those numbers don't add up still, mate.
Or he could score, but it'd be disallowed. So that still classes his hat-trick.
Yeah. Speaking of, has he scored with both feet? Hang on, so that one was with his. I'm just wondering, is he on for a perfect hat trick? That's a right footer. What's his second goal like?
Oh yeah, Shelby's out on the pitch, clapping to everybody, waving his final goodbyes. Oh, don't go, Shelby. We need your shiny head to keep St James's lit.
The one thing I'm not looking forward to is going to the Forest ground and seeing him in Forest colours playing against us. I'm not looking forward to that.
Well, I don't know if you do see him with the 30,000 players that Nottingham Forest keeps signing.
No, I know. But to be fair, you've got to think Shelby's probably going to be one of the better players at their club. When you look at who they've got, him and Gibbs White in that centre of midfield is going to be a decent pairing, I think. And
How did Lingard work out?
Well, yeah, but he's got potential, hasn't he, mate? He's going to be one of the greats when he gets older.
And their new star striker that didn't even get a touch on the ball in Chris Wood. Oh,
he's been shite for them. I wonder what that. I honestly wonder what that obligation to buy is.
How the thanks fuck for the 15 mil, Forest.
I was going to say, how the fuck have we got 15 million for Chris Wood? And there's rumours it's between 10 to 14 million for Shelby. How the fuck have we managed that for two players the wrong side of 30?
With Forest to just give us anything.
Not only that, Shelby's on 6 months on his contract. So the fact we've got that much money for him tells me Dan Ashworth's a bit of a genius. And Chris Wood, all right, yeah, we could have used a third choice backup striker. I know you don't agree on that because you really don't like the plank. But
I'll still have a backup striker, just not him.
Yeah. Well, who else is on a free? There you go. No,
even Giroud's going to be on a free from AC at the end of the season.
He's in talks for a new deal, though, mate. He's in talks for a new deal. There's not many players that are on deals that are expiring end of the season. That Skriniar would have been someone I'd have loved for us to have signed, but he's off to PSG. They're saying that. I mean, when it comes to the summer, if we're still in the Champions League position, that's a huge income boost. That the sponsorship money that we can get as well is going to go through the roof. Because at the moment, most of our turnover is on wages. So that's, if you go and buy what Sky Sports and every other fucker says, that's why we've not been able to buy anyone from FFP. It's because our wages are so high that the incomings are basic. I think it's like 95% of our incomings are going immediately out on wages. So come the summer, we get, I don't know, Saudi Airlines as our sponsor. That could be a really lucrative deal. We get some stadium sponsorship from some Saudi companies. Maybe even Disney, given the fact that Saudis are, part investors in that. The amount of companies that PIF have got their, the fingers in the pots of, we could end up with some severe cash flow. It's just a shame that we can't do it in this window because the money that we're getting is basically immediately gone out on that Anthony Gordon deal. I mean, don't get me started on the price of it. Don't get me wrong. Now
over 600 mil in 2 bloody windows.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm pleased and I'm happy that our owners are spending cash. And I don't want to come across as ungrateful or one of these people that are sort of questioning everything. But we knew we were short of a centre midfielder when the season started and Shelby got injured. It's come to January. We've now sold Shelby and we're still short on centre midfielders. And we've not recruited somebody in. It just makes you wonder what the plan is and what they've got up their sleeve. And rumours today that Man City are looking at James Maddison for the summer now, so I don't think we'll end up getting him if City are interested. It's one of those.
Yeah, I think I saw saying that we ain't going to go for Maddison until the summer now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If City are interested, Bernardo Silva wants to go to Barcelona, so that'll probably happen in the summer. Gundogan's contract expires in the summer. So that's 2 midfielders that they're down. Maddison's got every opportunity to slot straight into that Man City team. Why would he come to Newcastle when he's got an opportunity to go to a team that's already ready-made rather than a project? So
to wear a nice black and white shirt instead of a blue one.
But this is the trouble, mate. He's got just as many England teammates at City, in the form of Walker, Stones, Foden, Grealish, all of these lads there, as he does as Trips, Burn, everyone that's at Newcastle and Wilson and all of these lots. So obviously it's just going to be down to his personal preference, but it worries me the fact that now we're swimming with the big boys, that we're going to get bit. And it has happened a lot on our transfers. I mean, you look at some of the players that we have been looking at that have been nabbed, like that Andre Santos. Chelsea came in, took him. Perón, we were looking at in Argentina. City swooped in, took him. That França that we were looking at from Flamengo, he's wanted by Real Madrid and a couple of clubs in France and Juventus. They're all looking at him. And I'm not in the know. This is just shit I've read, so I could be wrong. But if they're good enough for us to be looking at them, then you've got to think other teams are looking at them as well. So I guess that's the problem with sitting at the big boys table, is that now everyone's going to be competing for the same signings we are. But we just got to hope. Yeah, we just got to hope that Ashworth, Eddie, Mandy, and Mehrdad know what they're doing. And so far, they have. I can't fault a single bloody thing they've done so far. But there you go. It is what it is, isn't it? Look, Cedric's left Arsenal on loan to Fulham. It's a weird one. I sat down this morning all excited to watch Deadline Day, but it's been awful. Oh, look, there's John Joe having cuddle. Oh, him and his daughter. I'm going to miss the baldy slaphead.
Oh, yeah, he's been a good servant for the club.
Yeah, genuinely sad about that, actually. Part of the furniture, isn't it? It's like when you leave school and you're not going to see certain people probably ever again. You sort of, oh, it's quite sad. But I think I'll be a lot sadder when players like Matt Ritchie leave.
No, I don't know. Ritchie's hardly ever played now for the past, 2-3 seasons?
Oh, no, I know, but it's just the character, isn't it? But it's like somebody posted a picture on Twitter earlier of the first game that we won after Eddie came in. And you look at all the players in the team photo, half of them just ain't here anymore. I mean, a lot of them are just gone, like Fede Fernandez. You sort of look and you're just like, oh, that's...
Fernandez, I want to get.
I think, yeah. Well, I mean, he's on a free transfer. We could get him back if we wanted to.
Solid defender he was.
Yeah, he was good for us, but I think injuries started taking their toll towards the end of his career.
Woodman left.
Woodman was dodgy, to be honest. He had so much potential, but in the games that he did play for us, when Darlow was injured, and he just didn't show enough, to be honest. It's a shame, but it would have been nice to see him push on, a bit like Adam Armstrong. And but if we're going like that, then you could go as far back as Ivan Toney and Mitrovic. They were all right for us, but they weren't exactly the players they are now. And hindsight's a great thing.
But when we bring through a fucking youth prospect, we end up flogging them, and they're not going to have their chance. Southampton on 2 players.
Yeah. Well, I will give credit to Eddie. I was one of these people that when Sean Longstaff got offered a new contract, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? But he's paid Eddie off.
And Lianco are off. Perud and Lavia on.
That Lavia, I really like him as a player. He's quality. I can see City taking him back. I can see him taking up that option to buy him back. So I'm pretty sure all these players that they bought from Man City, like Edozie, Lavia, Bazanu, they've got money back.
Is they're
a feeder club
Livermentero.
Which one, sorry?
Livermentero, I think his name is.
Oh, Livramento. Yeah.
That's my, I'll take him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I've read some things about him. Apparently, I think it's Livramento. His missus got pregnant, so he crushed up a morning after pill and slipped it in one of her drinks. Didn't tell her.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was only like 19 at the time. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did read an article about it. Fucking hell. It's not the sort of character I don't think Eddie wants on the Tyneside.
It's the last drink your missus. It's the last drink your missus ever has from you now.
Oh God, yeah. She's all right. We're what are we now? 17 and a bit 18 weeks. 18 today. 18 weeks today we are. So a couple of weeks we'll find out if it's a boy or girl, which would be nice. Find out if I'm going to make them take up football or not.
Well, you'll soon know if they're wearing a black and white shirt on the scan.
Come on, you Maggies.
You'll see them on their mobile phone already inside the womb, just tweeting out.
Well, if they're on the scan doing the old Shearer celebration. Oh dear. No, yeah, regardless of what happens, the first thing they're getting is a Newcastle kit.
Sorry?
Don't worry. It's all right.
No, say it again.
Yeah.
The first thing they're going to get is a Newcastle kit. Or a Newcastle baby grow. They've got them. I've seen them.
Oh, yeah. When mine was born, the first thing she had was a Toon Grow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And when they're old enough, when they hit 4 or 5, the room's decorated in Newcastle gear. There's no arguments. Munster? What, the rugby? Oh, I was going to say, yeah, not football team. There's only one football team they're supporting of. Or they're disowned.
Yeah. And it's not Arsenal.
Yeah. Well, if they're not supporting Newcastle, they're living in the garden. Oh dear. Yeah.
I'm not come in and say, "Oh, Dad, look what shirt I found." They're wearing a Sunderland shirt.
Or I would disown them on the spot. Sorry, you're not a Sunderland fan. Get out my house. You are not my child. I'll be demanding to know which neighbour's kid it is.
Burn the house down.
I just got one of them. Oh dear. But no, yeah. I mean, that's one thing I can't wait for now is when they're old enough to take them to St James's. I mean, I've only been once myself because I've only been able to afford it once, and the missus took me to the Bilbao game in pre-season that we went to watch.
That's when you missed like the first 20 minutes or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. We got there late because we where did we go? Did we go to the Metro Centre? Yeah, we parked at the Metro Centre to get the bus in, and then we'd missed the bus that we needed to get, so we had to wait 10 minutes for the next bus. By the time we got it and got there, it took us 10 minutes to find where the gate was to get up. Yeah, we literally booked it the night before the game, so we had 12 hours to plan everything. Next time it'll be a bit longer than that, but it was still amazing to go there. Got to see him. Oh, it was brilliant. Got a nice win that day. But yeah, I just can't wait to take the nipper when they're born, when they're old enough and they can appreciate it. I mean, that's the one thing I'm seeing at the moment. There's all these videos of people taking their kids for the first time to the stadium, and it's just sort of like, yeah, I can't wait till I can do that with mine.
I will eventually make the journey one day.
Yeah. We'll have to meet up there at some point, mate, because do a live from the stadium or something.
Never been.
Really?
Never been.
Maybe that's what we need to do next pre-season.
Could be something.
We could always get a train up to our gaff, and we could all three of us go up there. Could be something to plan, maybe. Might be quite cool. Go to the Strawberry, get a pint.
Yeah, pint of Pepsi.
I think that's something that we discussed is next time we go up, we want to go for the day. Like, we want to spend the night in a hotel get wrecked before the game, go to the game, come out, get wrecked after the game. No, you can't do it with a baby, but your mum will look after it. Get her over from Ireland. Here's the kid. We're off. She's a Tottenham fan. She's got nothing to look forward to. It'll be fine. Oh, dear. It's goal kick. It's goal kick. But, yeah. Let's probably talk about this game and not about...
Oh yeah, no, sod the game. Yeah, no one came to watch the game. Sod that.
That's not why we're recording this. What have we got going on so far? So, what's some stats we got? Fucking hell, it's been really equal in possession. You know, doesn't feel like
it. Free kick in Trips area.
Oh really? I'm still at a goal kick, mate.
Free kick in Trips area.
Oh, yeah, we just got the foul on my one.
Go on, Trips.
He's
do one of your
just
ones.
said that. Yeah. Are you all right? Ironically, this is also Harrison Ashby territory. I'll see if I can get the video and I'll play it on the after we've. Actually, I'll just ping it over to you, mate, because I don't know if I will get copyright infringed for playing it on the stream. I've had that a couple of times. I played a Miggy Almiron goal on here before, and I got copyright infringed. So Ashby free kick. Have they taken it yet?
No. Trips and Shah just standing over it.
Yeah, they are here as well.
I don't know. I think it looks a bit too far out for Trips.
Could be a share. Just absolute driller.
Best free kick I've seen from Trips was that one against Man City. Oh,
mate, what a goal that was. But it's like Fabian Schär. He can hit a free kick. Oh, was it? No, okay.
Yeah, straight into the wall.
Was it Trips that took it? His free kick. Oh, was it? Don't know why he seems to think that he can do that all the time. Where's this bloody Harrison Ashby free kick I'm trying to find? Honestly. Oh, I think I might have found it. Hang on, let's have a look. Southampton have been so poor. It's not even funny. Like I genuinely feel for them a little bit because they are that bad.
Oh, do you want a Southampton shirt, do you?
No, thank you. No.
You can't feel sorry for the enemy.
They're not even an enemy, mate. They're just shit on the sidewalk as you walk past.
No, you can't feel sorry for the relegation favourite. Oh, you can't feel sorry for the relegation favourite.
No. Everton are the relegation favourites.
And you can't feel sorry for them. We've just taken their best player.
No, mate. Have you seen half of the... So there was a clip doing the round of Everton fans doing a live on Twitter talking about Gordon and Newcastle. And one bloke's like, I hate Newcastle. Like, fucking... I hate them more than Liverpool. Like, really?
Yeah, because we've just taken your best player, who obviously didn't have much love for when you're fucking
but this is it.
running up to his car and saying he's not fit to wear the shirt.
But this is it. They're going on about Gordon being a rat and a traitor, but then they're happy they got 45 million for him. So, hang on a second.
There's Shearer in the stands.
David's getting cuddles from Murdad.
Yeah, we've just seen that, and it also flicked to Shearer after that.
War Allen. Yeah, it did here as well. Woo! Big Al.
Shearer's in the stands. Oh, that's it. Shearer's been in the dressing room before the first half and showed Sean how it's done.
Yeah. He could look fucking happy, couldn't he, Alan? You know, we're about to go to a fucking final, for fuck's sake. Why does he look so miserable?
Just because you never lifted the trophy with us.
Oh, that might be why, actually.
You took us to a final, but that's as far as it went.
No, what?
That was it. What, Charity Shield, FA Cup?
What's Suarez? Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, sorry. Oh, dear. I can't find this clip of Ashby's free kick, though, by the way. Do you know what?
On your history.
Yeah, I'm just having another shifty. Ashby. Free kick. Videos. For Pitt's sake. Harrison. Ashby. Goal. This is irritating. I genuinely can't find it. If I do find it, I'll ping it over to you. But it's class. It was about the same distance as that one that we just had.
There we go. There's your comment.
Hey, Ruby. Hello, mate.
Yeah, Rob. Oh, he's learned. Click the comment.
I did it.
He learned. Oh, Blue Peter badge in the post.
An old dog can learn new tricks.
Go on, Joey. Go on, Sean. Hit your hat trick. Someone hit the goddamn ball. Go on, Miggy.
It is, buddy.
Oh,
Hope all is well, mate. Hope all is well.
Go on, Miggy. Go on, Trips. Oh, well, someone hit the bloody ball.
Tell you what. Do you want to come on with us, Ruby? Do you want to come on?
Someone could have at least bloody hit the ball.
Fuck's sake, Trips. Tell you what.
Fouls committed. Newcastle 5, Southampton 10.
It's mad, isn't it? It is mad. But yeah, Rubes, you got 5 minutes. Do you want to come on, or do you want to?
Rob's got hours.
Melwood ground again.
Could be repurchased Mel around again. Nice. We need to go back there.
Just had a shower. Oh, right. Yeah, no, fair enough. Audience don't need to see that. I'm trying to get views, not chase them off. Oh, dear. Didn't I just see that Canate's out injured for another few weeks as well?
Don't know, but they were linked with Kente. Oh, Maxie's getting ready. And Murphy.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You've got my hopes up. Maxie's about to come on. Maxie's coming on. So's Murphy. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Your reaction. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, that's not good, mate. Canate out for 3 weeks.
Now, who's going to come off for those two?
Maybe Willock. Maybe he'll save Willock. Or Bruno.
Maxie and Murphy.
Would you bring Bruno off? Maybe save him for the West Ham game at the weekend and drop Jolinton into midfield? Or Jolinton's got to come off, really, hasn't he? After that niggle in the first half, maybe.
Oh, slip up. Miggy. Well, someone hit the bloody ball.
I'm not fussed, mate. Oh, fucking hell. I hate being behind you. For fuck's sake!
He held it too long.
We've got our only 4 defenders left.
Wilson is off for Oh, Wilson off for Isak. Isak's on as well.
Fucking hell.
Isak for Willock.
Oh, I'll tell you what though, Ruby, I am looking forward to seeing Liverpool line up with a back four of Trent, Williams, Phillips, and Robertson. I'm sorry, mate. I know that's not what you want to hear, but that's going to be quality, isn't it?
All right, so Wilson for Isak, Willock
I'm saying that.
for ASM. Who's the other one?
For Murphy, you mean? Who's coming off for Murphy?
Miggy. Miggy's coming off for Murphy. It's a front three change.
Fucking hell. I suppose we're 3-1 up. You want to try and preserve some people, and Wilson's just not looked up to it again.
Shark attacking the aquarium.
That's so
Shark attacking the aquarium.
That's so random. I love it.
Very random.
Yeah. There's a pop-up on my screen. I can't get rid of it to get rid of the comment now. Hang on, here we go. There we go. We are going to get thrashed by Hughes and 100% against Real Madrid. How far away is our game with Hughes then?
Not that far.
I know we've got West Ham. Who have we got after West Ham? It's not after that, is it?
No, I think we got Spurs before then.
Can't be that name what Jack got on his stream a few weeks ago. That's probably more for you, Jay. I don't know what he means there, mate. Is it that shark attacking the aquarium, lad?
Name does not ring a bell.
Right, what we've got all fixtures. Let's have a look. So we've got West Ham this week, Bournemouth away the week after. Oh shit, yeah. So we've got West Ham, Bournemouth away, and then Liverpool at home. Oh shit, yeah. Probably a good thing that kind of. No offense, Ruby. It's probably a good thing Kanate is injured for us, buddy. No, it's that fat belly name.
No, it's not fat belly name. Oh, you mean the vicar?
Hey. No, I'm not clued in on this, man. I'm not clued in on this. I'll just stick me whiskey for a minute.
Oh, Jones ain't too happy. Oh well, shit happens.
Aye. Oh dear. I'm missing my hat at the minute. Is it upstairs? Yeah. This game though, it's lacking a goal this second half.
Well, we've got three new strikers up top.
Isak's due another. I think St. Maximin's due one after. When was his last goal against Wolves? Wasn't it that volley?
I
think he's due another goal.
2 minutes ago, what the ones that ain't favoured are getting the goals. Might get Murphy get the next one.
Oh, fuck off! Not a chance.
Longstaff and Murphy in a 4-1 win.
Are you just picking players that I'm not particularly fond of to score?
Well, Murphy's got two. Not Murphy. Longstaff's got two.
I know. I get this horrible feeling that they're both going to turn around and become absolutely class under Eddie, and I'm going to be sat here with egg on my face.
Yeah, we'll scroll back to previous videos and like, well, do you remember when you said this?
Wonder how many Sunderland fans are in between those Southampton fans. Well, there was a couple in the Southampton end that in the first leg, weren't there?
Was there?
Yeah. Well, there's a clip doing the rounds on Twitter of a Sunderland fan stood in between them. And he was just on the edge of the Southampton fan.
In the red and white stripes.
Does that make any sense to you, Jay?
So that kept coming into my streams. Yeah.
Is that who that shark attacking the aquarium lad is?
I have no idea, but I doubt it is that person.
I have to admit that did make me chuckle when I first saw that. Although there isn't a fucking aquarium, so makes no sense. Oh, it's not. So what do you reckon then, Ruby? What's the score going to be when you come to St James's? Now that you've not got your two best centre backs fit, what will it be? Do you reckon it'll be Matip? Probably him and Gomez in the middle, won't it? So, oh God, I don't know. That might end badly for you guys at St James's because Salah's not firing on all cylinders. Gakpo's not been particularly good since he signed. Then again, you guys are still dangerous, aren't you? So, be an interesting game, that one.
Sam, you're ball hogging again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought we fucking beat this out of him. Fuck's sake.
Could have released that ages ago.
I thought this is something that he'd been training on. I know he's eager to impose himself on the game, but at the same time, better decision making. It's the same thing that Longstaff needs to improve on. I know he scored 2 goals, and I know he's been pretty decent this season, Sean, but he spends too long on the ball, and the time he is on the ball, he does a full 360 to look around, see if there's any passes. He should just know where people are. Should be instinctual. That's the only trouble that I have with Sean, is that turning circle of a fucking dump truck. Oh. Mizzou holding on to the ball there, fucking got chased down, should have taken it off of him. He did that a couple of times at St Mary's as well. It's a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
Dan Burn just got done a kipper. Southampton are getting a bit more of the ball now. It's a bit...
Yeah, it's like we're trying to defend this lead. We need to go get another.
That's the only thing that I'm finding in recent games, is that when we do end up getting a lead, which has been rare since the World Cup, once we seem to get to a couple of goals, we try to defend it. And all right, a couple of times it's paid off, like in the Villa game, we then ended up going on to win by 4 because, you know, the defence is that good. The second that we get the ball and hoof it forward from Pope or Botman, we end up managing to nick another goal. But yeah, I'm not convinced by this whole score a couple, defend the lead. Teams like City and Arsenal and, you know, Liverpool last season, what you want to do is once you're winning, you want to maintain that lead by scoring as many as possible. Look at Liverpool versus Bournemouth earlier in the season when they smashed, 8, 9 goals past them?
9 goals.
Yeah. You don't rest on your laurels. You push forward and you're brutal. You have to be brutal.
What the fuck, ref?
I ain't got to where you are, mate, but my eardrums are bleeding from that. It was 9-0. Is that the score at Bournemouth, or is that what you expect it to be, Newcastle v Liverpool, Ruby?
Bruno falls over, grabs the ball, and ref gives handball to Southampton.
Really? Yeah, it's literally just happened here as well.
Ah, get the fuck out.
Mate, these fucking officials. Since then we've been dog shit. What was... Oh, right, okay, so it's not your score prediction for the Newcastle game then?
I thought it was.
I did as well, yeah.
Bruno hat-trick, Isak hat-trick, Longstaff hat-trick.
I was going to say Longstaff to get all the goals.
Oh, could do.
Yeah. Done. Oh, right, sorry. Hang on. So it was what Liverpool should have done was sold Bobby Firmino and kept Mane.
We was linked with Firmino.
Yeah, well, apparently they're
Is it-
offering Firmino a new contract, aren't they? Like, apparently Klopp wants to keep him. I don't understand that. What world does it make any sense to keep a striker that's past his sell-by date? And don't get me wrong, I like Firmino. He scored quite a few this season as well. Who is it? He scored more than a lot of players. It's only a short-term deal. Oh, nice. There you go, people. Jay's testing the bass on your speakers quickly.
Oh, yeah.
It's the FSG way now. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if this 7-year curse with Klopp is real now or not, because every club he's been at, after the 7-year mark, everything starts going downhill, doesn't it? And I know FSG aren't exactly great. They're slightly better than Mike Ashley was, but they're still not great.
Well, no, we'll talk about FSG this morning about their spending rate.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you'd have thought that they'd have strengthened, wouldn't you? I mean, so fucked off with FSG. I get it. I do get it, mate. Obviously, any Newcastle fan you speak to will understand where you're coming from. We had 14 years of zero fucking investment. What was it? An average?
They've had 13 years of FSG.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Armstrong nearly scored.
Oh shit! Really? I'm a bit behind, but yeah, it was 12 years of Ashley. With Ashley, we had an average spend of fucking Nicky. And
He's
now it's
onside,
offside.
yeah.
Fuck me. Yeah, 12 years. It was 2.6 million spend was the average with Mike Ashley for 12 years until obviously he spent the 40 million on Jolinton and he bought Willock. But what's it?
And Miggy.
The bloody Yanks that don't give a flying fuck about a football club. Well, yeah, this is the trouble. I mean, the only Yank that's come into the league that seems to be willing to dip into his pocket is fucking Todd Bowley, and that's because he's got a trust fund behind him. The man's a bit of a prick. Yeah, no, I get it. Like, these are people trying to create a dynasty, but at the same time, they've got the same business sense that Mike Ashley does. It's ridiculous. And the fact that they've let Liverpool get to this stage.
The only thing them and Mike Ashley got in common, they're only in it for a profit.
Yeah, exactly that. They know that fans are going to turn up through thick and thin regardless of what happens. So they know that they can get some money from it. Yeah, the only reason, though, that Todd Bowley, I reckon, gets any money to spend is because he's got other backers. He wouldn't spend it if it was his own money, would he? And even then, I can imagine that the next 5-6 seasons, Chelsea aren't going to spend that much. They've done this and given 8-year contracts to players on the proviso that, look, we're not going to buy anyone for the next few years because we've already bought players that are going to be here for the long run. So it kind of feels like all the players that they've bought are going to be there for that period of time. Overall transfer spend. Bloody hell. It's a lot of money, really, isn't it, when you think about it? But then again, it's not when you think Chelsea has spent nearly half of that in two transfer windows. Jesus. Do you know what? I didn't realise it was quite that much, mate. I have to admit. Fucking hell.
Southampton making another sub.
I can understand the frustration with FSG. What's this sub then? You're ahead of me. So what's going on there?
Well, I know he's got really long dreadlocks.
Jesus Christ, who's that? Oh, that's Mara, isn't it? Sekumara.
Oh! Oh! Eesh.
Oh, come on, Ruby. That just screams bitter a little bit, mate. Just go. Oh!
Oh, that was a handball in the box.
That's a handball, mate. Should be a fucking penalty.
Salisu, handball.
Penalty!
Penalty!
Come on, fucking penalty! Penalty! That's a fucking handball, bruv!
That's handball.
I've got all fucking red in here.
All it's going to be is a corner.
Seriously, for fuck's sake, bruv.
That went straight onto his hand and rolled down.
Yeah, why would they want to give us anything though? They're constantly against us, these fucking refs. This baldy wanker is probably this baldy cunt is probably thinking, sorry for that use of that word. Is probably thinking it's Newcastle, fuck 'em. There you go. Total sales.
That was a clear fucking penalty.
Yeah. To be fair, mate, we're not technically rich. We're FFP poor. Because our wage bill takes up 95%, I think it was something like that, of so the incomings that we have, 95% of the incomings that we've got goes out on wages. So we're not really in a position to pay out anything. That Anthony Gordon deal is a bit of an anomaly. I don't understand how we've managed to spunk 45 million on him. But that'll be interesting to see, actually. We've got Liverpool in a couple of weeks at home with Anthony Gordon playing. That'll be very interesting to see how that plays out.
Who is this? Diallo's coming off and Joe Aribo coming on.
Aribo. He's looked good when I've seen him play Aribo, but Jesus, what is that? What is that haircut he's got, man?
Commentator said,
he's got like a little island of hair there, isn't he?
Oh, so Southampton just need 2 goals to take this game into an extra half hour.
Thankfully, I don't think they've got enough time to score 2 goals.
I don't think they've got enough in them to score 2 goals.
The only reason for us not... Yeah, but to be fair, mate, Klopp offering Firmino a new contract isn't going to help with the fact that you guys have got an extremely high wage bill. And I imagine Henderson commands quite a hefty wage, despite the fact, you know, he's on the decline, he's quite old. And that's not me saying that because, you know, the Sunderland connection. But you've got players like him. I mean, who's the back?
Even I said that they got loads of old players. They got in their 30s. They need to buy younger, yet they're being linked with N'Golo Kante, and he's in the 30s.
Yeah, but not even that as well. You've got players like Naby Keita, who signed for huge money, probably on massive wages, not doing the business for them. Go on, Bruno. Yeah!
It swerved for it. Yes. Oh, a bit swerved, a little bit more that was in.
The swaz. Oh, beautiful effort. I fucking love Ali McCoist on commentary. But yeah, no, Salah should not have been offered the money he's got since he's got that new contract, because he's down tools, mate. He's sort of gone, I'm making this money now. Why do I need to? Salah's a weird one. I don't understand it. Like, how he's gone from being that player that he was last season to how he is now.
It was like we both watched the FA Cup game, and it was just their front three. All 3 of them were just being selfish with the ball. They just wanted to do it themselves. When there's another player that was clearly on to take the ball, but they just took it themselves.
But that's the thing. When Mane was there, he would have squared it. And he did, and he was the sort of person to turn around to Mo Salah and say, "Look, why the fuck didn't I get the ball then? I was in a better position." And was.
Ref, really... why? Oh, of course we get the first yellow of the game. Bruno gets the yellow.
Do you know what? What I will say, if Oxlade-Chamberlain could prove that he could stay fit for at least half a season. Oh, fuck off. I see what you mean, Jay. Fucking bald prick.
Ox is past it.
I know, but there's such a player in there. It's just such a shame that he can't keep himself fit, because if he could,
Why do
to
you
be
think Arsenal
fair,
was so willing to get rid of him?
yeah, but you think of it this way. You look at somebody like Danny Welbeck, couldn't keep himself fit for an entire season, gone to Brighton, and their sports scientist team have managed to keep him fit. And now he's going through a full season. He looks a player. Somebody like Oxlade-Chamberlain could have the same. Look at Lallana. He had the same thing at Liverpool where he could barely keep himself.
Oh, no. Bruno could be changed to a red.
Really?
It's gone to VAR. Ref's going to the screen. It was quite a nasty challenge.
It could be a red.
This could be a red.
Oh!
His foot went into his ankle.
Fuck. He's going to the screen. Oh, no.
His foot's gone into his ankle.
I think that means
it's going to be a red.
He could miss the final.
This is going to be a red. Checking possible red.
Ah! That's a red. That is a red. I hate to say it, but that's a fucking red. He's gone. He's gone. He is gone. Fuck.
He's coming back.
He's going.
There you are. Yellow, no. Red card's out. Bruno's off.
Fucking red. Fuck's sake, Bruno. Fuck's sake.
Now we need another fucking midfielder.
So now we've got no fucking Bruno for the final, do we? Or is it for the next fucking few games? Fuck's sake. They didn't bother fucking signing another centre mid. Now we're fucking short. Well done. Fuck's sake. Now Elliot Anderson's going to be on the fucking pitch as a centre mid. What a joke. There's not much this fucking ownership's done wrong, but that is fucking poor.
No, he doesn't miss the final.
He doesn't miss the final.
He just gets an automatic 3-match ban, which would be West Ham, Bournemouth, and Liverpool.
So congratulations, Ruby. You don't have to see Bruno fucking tear up your midfield, mate. What'd you say, mate, buddy? It doesn't help when Klopp is playing players in the wrong bloody positions. Yeah, no, I get that, mate. I get that. To be fair, though, Harvey Elliott looks a player. He does look a player. There may not be much consolation given the season that you guys are having, but next year, I think he's going to be one of your main boys. I don't know, mate. I think it's going to be ending up as a draw. No Bruno. No Bruno.
Where's our key pass is going to come from now Shelby's gone?
Can we cancel Shelby's deal? Because I don't want fucking Shelby going now that Bruno's
gone. We need a midfielder. We've lost Shelby. We've lost Bruno for the next 3 games.
You know what's going to happen? Jolinton's going to drop centre mids, and Maxi or Gordon's going to come in on the left. That's what's going to happen from now on.
That's what it's going to be. It's going to be Jolinton, Willock, and Longstaff. With Gordon, Wilson, and Miggy on the up front.
Yep.
All I can see.
Great. Isaac's holding his head. Fucking better not be a concussion. I need to calm down. I almost broke the missus' laptop. Fucking screaming at that red card then. I wouldn't mind, but it's a work laptop, so I can't do anything about it.
It's the point that you snap it and she puts the remains of it across your head.
Well, it's one of those posh ones that you fold in half and it turns into a tablet.
Fuck Bruno, why did you do that?
So disappointed in Bruno. To be honest, I'd replace Salah with either Ben Doak or Harvey Elliott. Either of those have looked really good for you. They've both been really good. Who's that young lad that you guys took off of us. I can't remember his name. What's his fucking
Bobby
name?
Clark.
Bobby Clark. He's looked a player as well when he's come on. To be fair to Liverpool, you know what? You may not be doing so well at the minute, but some of these youth players, like that Bajetic, how do you pronounce his name? Bajetic? Bajetic? He's looked quality when he's come on as well. So it may not look all rosy at the minute, but in the background of it, you've got some players coming through. He's barely even featured. No, yeah, I know he hasn't, mate, but from what I've seen of him, he's looked good. All of your youth players have looked good. Yeah, I think Bajetic could come in. He could do a job for you now. Fabinho is not the same player that he was the past couple of seasons.
He could have seen red when he came against Brighton.
Oh, easily. That was a horrific challenge. That was worse than Bruno's. Although Bruno's was pretty bad just then. That was fucking...
Well, Southampton have got 4 minutes plus stoppage to get 2 goals.
They're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. We're still winning this, but
Bruno's another sub. We made 3.
Yeah.
This is their 5th sub.
If we don't... I feel like Jacob Murphy's probably going to drop to right back. Or right wing back. Maxi will probably go central. Jolinton will probably drift out wide. And then we'll go for like 6 at the back with Murphy.
Oh, Maxi. Go on. Oh. Isak could have got that.
Oh. See, I hate being behind you. Oh, Maxi. Oh, yeah. If he'd have just had a bit more pep in his step, he'd have got there. This is frustrating. This just goes to show that we've had a poor transfer window. Like Ashby and Kowal and Gordon. It's all well and good getting these young lads in, but we're still not strengthening the position that we already knew was weak.
Eddie, just give some instructions to Tyndall and just go down the tunnel and start booking players to come in now. You got like what? An hour and 10 minutes to sort someone out and through the door.
Yeah. Personally, I am of the opinion that somebody like Aiko, we need to be like on that shit now, because there's no way he's going to stay a free agent forever. It's easy enough to get a free agent in, but it's not easy enough to get them in before registration has to be completed. So we need to get him in now, get him registered. The only thing that I'd question about Aiko is why his move to Union Berlin collapsed. Whether it's the fact that, you know, he's on so much in wages or what's the or his fitness, but we need to figure it out. Oh, breaking news! What's this? Oh, what is it? What is it? What's breaking news?
Rob's farted.
Breaking news. I already know what the breaking news is.
Well, Salisu's off.
I know what the breaking news is.
Oh, my bloody Sky Sports goes down. Yeah, I need to refresh my Sky Sports. Nottingham Forest signed Atletico Madrid defender Felipe.
He's 33, though. He's 33. I'm not sure. I know that's a good move for him, but at the same time, players like Isak or Salah will run rings around him. The man's he's good, but when you put him next to Steve Cook, he's not exactly going to be a world beater, is he? Looks like Marcel Sabitzer is going to go through to Chelsea. Will try until the end for Enzo. Meeting still ongoing. Nothing's happened yet, so I don't think Enzo Fernandez is going to end up at Chelsea. I just can't see that happening now. Bruno Guimaraes will not miss the league final. Yes, we know that.
No, he'll just miss West Ham, Bournemouth, and Liverpool.
Yeah, 3 important league games. You know, 3 games that we could miss. Mate, there's some Twitter pages that are absolute tits. Fulham are about to sign Cedric from Arsenal. Yeah, that's going to be a loan. I think they're probably going to cancel Shane Duffy's loan from Brighton, Fulham.
7 minutes added on.
You're fucking kidding. 7 minutes?
Where has 7 minutes come from?
Where's that come from?
Oh, I know.
Where the fuck has that come from?
That bar check.
Where the hell has 7 bloody minutes come from?
Well,
Oh, Rules State, he was missing like 3 weeks.
yeah, he's going to miss Bournemouth, West Ham, Bournemouth, and Liverpool. To be fair, we should beat Bournemouth. Nope, Shane Duffy and Dan James. No, they've actually triggered an option to buy Dan James, I saw. So, from my recollection, they're actually buying Dan James, I think. I'll have to double check that, but I'm almost certain that's what's happened. They've triggered an option to buy him permanently, which means they've freed up a loan space. So maybe they are keeping Shane Duffy, and that's what's going on. Fucking Bruno. I love him so much, but that was fucking
The
awful.
first thing you don't do no interviews, let Tyndall do them and just concentrate on getting someone in. We're now 2 defenders, midfielders down.
Yeah. It's... You know, it's going to end up, like I said, we're going to end up promoting... I think it's Jacob Miley, because I think Lewis Miley's a right back, so I think it's Jacob Miley who would come from the academy. He in my mind would be the only person that we could bring up to be in that first team, because him and Lewis Miley have both been training with the first team over the World Cup break. It's just Chelsea agreed Ziyech loan with PSG. Fucking hell. That makes no sense to me. That makes 0 sense to me that Ziyech is going to PSG. I mean, I'm glad he's going to PSG because it means he's not coming to Newcastle. I know we were linked with him, but
Oh, so that's going to put Ekiteke out of business, isn't it?
oh, Ekitike's fucking dog shit as it is.
Fucking hell, what? You still got 5 minutes to play, yet you sent your goalkeeper up for this corner? Really? Is that why, Southampton?
All I can hope is now that Isak on the break, him or St. Maxi gets the ball, launch it up. You better not be fucking injured now, Isak. I swear
Piss
to
off,
fucking
ref.
God.
Why are you going over to Eddie Howe? Yes, we know you're bald. Stop pointing to your
What
head.
the fuck is with this fucking ref, mate? What's with this fucking ref?
Oh, Isak's down.
Isak's
I
done.
think
Isak's
ref's saying about his head.
This fucking ref's a
Oh
cunt.
no, Lascelles is getting ready.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh,
for
no,
fuck's
why
sake. Why the
Lascelles?
fuck is Isaac sitting on the fucking floor now? So we've got no fucking spare strikers, no fucking spare central midfielders. We are fucked. And it's because they don't have the fucking foresight to go out and buy 2 fucking replacement players for people that we've got rid of in this fucking window. That is fucking stupid.
They're saying Isak's possibly got a concussion.
This is fucking stupid.
Isak possible concussion and Lascelles is coming on.
So Isak can't play this weekend. Fucking Bruno can't play this weekend, which means we're now 2 players short, which means
we have 1 striker.
Ownership has been fucking stupid and they've chanced it and immediately it's fucking backfired. Absolute joke. All fucking window, everybody knew we needed a centre mid.
Under the Ashley era, we waited till the last fucking moment to sign players. We've waited till the last fucking moment to sign players again.
Yep. Wilson's come off as a sub, mate. He was playing the last.
Wilson came off for Isak, and now Isak's got a possible concussion.
Yeah. This is fucking stupid. Honestly, it's a joke. It is a joke. We knew 2 positions that we needed strengthening. We didn't strengthen them. And now it's going to bite us on the arse because the owners couldn't be bothered to actually go out and strengthen. And there's not much they've got wrong so far, but they have got this majorly wrong. Now they need to look into the free agent market because there's
so the substitute is Isak off, Lascelles on.
For fuck's sake.
What the fuck is Lascelles going to do?
Yeah.
Every time he plays Southampton, he gives away a fucking goal.
Yeah, no, we are, Ruby. Although saying that, it's not even just injuries. Bruno getting a bit hot-headed there, getting his red card. That's fucked us. Fucking
Why Lascelles? Fuck's sake,
Fucking
Lascelles
All
can't
the
fucking do
players.
anything. Lascelles
so
always
fucking
makes
shit.
mistakes.
He's fucking awful. For fuck's sake. There's at least another 4 minutes of game time to play because of the injury and the sub. Absolute joke. Honestly.
Look at the
I love
last
this
time
team.
Lascelles played against Southampton.
No, I know.
We could have beaten them 2-1, and then Lascelles fucked it up right at the end.
I love
We
this
drew
team.
that game 2-all.
I love this team. Love this ownership. I love Dan Ashworth, but they've majorly fucked up this window by not signing
Anderson's coming on.
It's about fucking time.
Well,
You know what I mean?
too fucking late. What's the point in coming on just for a little 30-second run?
For me, what pisses me off the most is that we've kept Anderson all season, right? He's barely got any fucking game time. Now, I know he's been injured a little bit, and I know he's had his moments where he's not been able to get on the
Who's
pitch,
coming
but
off?
he's a kid. You want him to get Premier League experience, you fucking play him. You don't just bring him on for 5 minutes or 30 seconds at the end of a fucking game.
Jacob Murphy's coming off.
Why are we taking Murphy off? He just fucking come
No,
on.
just fucking come on. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, I don't understand any of this. I don't fucking understand what is happening right now. The fuck is
Why are
happening?
you taking off a sub?
I don't fucking get any of this. What is
So
happening?
Isak, a sub on, gets subbed off. Murphy, a sub on, just got subbed off. Why have we subbed 2 of our subs? Isak, yeah, understandable. Concussion has to come off. Why does Murphy have to come off? Why don't you bring Willokoff or Longstaff off for Anderson?
I wouldn't mind, but the last 10 minutes is sort of glossed over the fact, or what's the word? It's taken the shine away from the fact that we are actually winning this still, that we're heading to a final. The fact that, you know, Isak's got a concussion, now we're short in strikers. Bruno got a red card, we're now short of midfielders. We're still winning 3-1 on aggregate. We're going to a final at Wembley. We should be happy. But instead, all it's doing is just exposing the cracks in the team and the fact that we're lacking squad depth. And it's frustrating as fuck. Now, I know Jolinton can drop into that centre midfield role. I know Maxi can play as a striker if needs be, but these aren't ideals. These aren't things that we want to be doing. It makes no fucking sense. And it's just frustrating. Whoa, really?
Ahead of Atleti move.
Apparently Spurs have terminated Matt Doherty's contract ahead of his Atletico move.
Well, that's just petty.
I think Eddie Howe's fucked up big time. I don't know. I hesitate. What's up? Oh, Fernandez is apparently now a Chelsea player.
Well, so here we go.
Fabrizio Romano's reporting that
He's
it's
got to
done.
look at it to say, Wood's gone, 1 striker down. Isak concussion, 2 strikers down. Shelby gone, 1 midfielder down. Bruno red carded out for 3 games, 2 midfielders down. We're 2 strikers, 2 midfielders out.
Honestly,
We signed a winger and a defender.
I'm more in a.
To be honest, I don't see why Harrison was brought in. We got Manquillo, we got Kraft that can play as a right back.
Well, Kraft is meant to be out for at least another 6 to 8 weeks, I think.
We have right back.
We do.
A winger, a backup striker, and a midfielder is what we needed. I don't know why we brought in a defender that's probably not going to play for the next. He'll probably go out on loan next season.
On the one hand, I do understand it because he is going to be second to Trippier. He's going to learn from Trippier how to take over from the role from Trips to be first team right back because they are very similar players. That I do get. I've watched some compilations of Ashby, and he is a phenomenal looking player. But we're almost there now, mate. I feel like once it hits full time, we need to sort of drop the negativity just a smidge. Obviously, we can ask questions end of the game about things, but for the moment, we just need to revel in the fact that we're going to fucking Wembley, mate. We're going to be in a Carabao Cup final. We could win.
There it is.
We're going to win a trophy this season, mate. Fuck Man United. We're beating them.
There's a celebration. Now, Eddie, before you go off and buy someone, I know you've got some fucking bone to pick with you.
Straight to Ashworth's office and get some fucking players in now, because we need backup. I take it back to what I said earlier. Iko, he's the only decent centre midfielder that's free that you don't have to buy by 11 o'clock. We could get a deal wrapped up in the next week for Iko and still register him and it'd be fine. Yeah, no, it is late, mate. But with Iko, he hasn't got a club. So theoretically, we could just go out and as long as we sign him before registration closes for the team, he could be somebody that we could get in. And obviously there's players like Danny Drinkwater, which I would steer well clear of. But at this stage, with that short of centre mids, I would. And it hurts me to say that because I saw him at Reading last season, earlier this season as well, and he was poor. But with that desperate, I mean, you look at our bench tonight, the depth is terrible. Absolutely terrible. When you've got Jacob Murphy on the bench and you've got Jamal Lewis as well and fucking Jamal Lascelles, I love this club and I know it's a slow building process and I know we're well ahead of where we should be at this point in our, under our new ownership, but you strengthen from a position of strength. And
seeing an image there, so that's kind of worrying.
Yeah.
We still have Ryan Fraser.
Is he not off to Hull? I thought he was off to Hull. Lokonga joins Palace on loan. Yeah, I'm still not sold on Lokonga, to be fair, but it just, again, other teams are strengthening. We aren't. Now, here's a question for you, mate. Do you reckon, because Anthony Gordon can play as a central midfielder, do you reckon he plays Anthony Gordon in the centre of midfield?
No, he's got to play on the wing. He's got to start him up top.
So you reckon it's going to be I
reckon it'll be
Jolinton centre midfield.
Yeah, I think Jolinton drops back into his midfield because he's more of a beast in his midfield area.
Yeah.
Drop him back to midfield, have Gordon, Wilson, and Miggy up top.
Gordon, Wilson, Miggy. You don't think it's going to be Gordon, Miggy, Isaac? Obviously, that depends.
He ain't going to be playing.
My question is, was it a legit concussion or was it purely just to get him off the pitch and to waste some time for the end of this game? Because we know that Eddie has that tactic in him.
He did go down a good couple of times.
To be fair, he does look a bit
sparked.
Then
again, I'd ask the question, if that was the case, then I'd be asking, why did you sub two players on? I had to sub those two players off.
Yeah. It's a questionable ending, to be honest. And Bruno made it so much more difficult for us. And I love Bruno. He can do no wrong in my eyes, but that was a horrific challenge. Gadusi, I hope that fucking text that you're sending is to confirm a signing or something, mate, because we need some backup. We need something. I feel like we need to pull the plug on this Shelby deal if we're able to. I really hope that there's.
I think that's all signed, sealed, and delivered.
Oh, I fucking hope not, because that's. Yeah, Ziyech is gone.
Shelby's gone. Yeah, I signed the deal, but I'm going up to watch them. The finals first.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard about this. So obviously, Vitinha, the striker, he was he was going to be joining Southampton. They activated his release clause, and then Marseille jumped in and offered 1 million or something like that, 1 million more than his release clause. and he's rejected Southampton, and he's turned around and gone, I'm going to Marseille. Really pissed off Southampton, which is quite funny. But, mate, despite all the negatives, all the injuries, red cards, whatever, we're in a fucking final.
First final since 75, 76. Since before I was born.
Brings a tear to the eye, mate. Honestly, I am...
So Bruno will be available for the final. That's one thing at least.
Yeah, it's... Mate, yeah, I could cry right now. Honestly, it's... From going through the 14 years that we had to go through under Mike Ashley, you know, we've suffered under that man. We barely invested. We got relegated, 3 times? Was it 2, 3 times we went down? We've, you know, never had cup runs. We've barely had runs in the league, except under Pardew in one miracle season. It's amazing to see the job that Eddie Howe's done, Jason Tyndall's done, the coaching staff, the owners, everyone's done incredible. And,
we're definitely ahead of schedule. I mean, the trophy was within 5 years, but we're doing it within 1.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like the owners are sticking to their original plan rather than, you know, strengthening from a position of strength. They're just sticking to the plan, which will be strengthened further in the summer. And there's a nice little shot there, Jolinton throwing his shirt to a really young fan in the stands.
Yeah, that'll be on eBay later.
Yeah.
Oh, you've knocked your mic off again.
Sorry, there I am. Back
there
again.
Bet the vicar even watched that game. Like I bet he didn't. I bet he was too busy playing Pokemon with his kids. That's all he does is play Pokemon with his kids.
Nothing wrong with Pokemon, to be fair, mate. A while ago.
Oh no, he plays it to death.
Oh well, to be fair, I bought a Switch for the missus. I said for the missus is actually for me, but I bought the missus a Switch, and I got her one of those Pokeball remote controls.
I mean, yeah, I play it rarely, but not 24/7 and religiously.
No. Oh God, no, not religiously. I meant the last final cup game. Oh right.
Well, yeah, he's old enough. He probably watched the last time he lifted the trophy.
Oh, let's just hope Forest out of nowhere 4-5-0 against Man United.
4-0 Man United. There you go, it's sorted. We've got Forest in the final. That'd be a nice little win.
Well, saying that, I don't think.
Actually, no. Do you really want to go up against Wood and Shelby?
Well, no, because Wood would be able.
Wood would players come back to haunt you.
Wood wouldn't be able to play, but Shelby would. Wood's played for us in that competition. Shelby hasn't, so it could end up being.
He can't do it.
Shelby. Yeah, right. It's been my last drink. I'm gonna have a celebratory drink, and then that's me done. You're gonna go up watch Love Island, are you? But yeah, so there we go, mate. We've done it. I know how electric works. Oh, they got Burn Longstaff there. You know what? I'm not sure if you had it on ESPN, but they had Burn on before the game.
I mean, there's so much talk about this freaking Loftus-Cheek.
Oh, don't. I've been having debates with people. See you in the morning. Yeah, I had some debates with people all over Twitter, purely off the fact that his injury record is shit. He's on 150 grand a week. Why the fuck would we want Loftus-Cheek?
Not worth it. When he burst on the scene.
He's not wrong, mate. I have to admit, you've been a pixely mess. Yeah, you've been a pixely mess most of the game. I think it's because you were streaming. It's probably
pixely mess.
Your internet. Really? I think it's probably been a bit.
Been fine, my end.
I can finally see everything, mate. It's yeah, but it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, we're in a final. That's all I can think now is. I know it's going to hinder us for the next few Premier League games without Bruno, but we did survive earlier this season without him when we had a midfield three of Willock, Longstaff and Jolinton. In fact, isn't that how we played Man City? I don't even think Bruno played against Man City, did he? I think it was Jolinton, Longstaff, Willock in the middle and Maxi on the wing. So, you know, we can play with that way. Oh, shit. So here's a bit of something for you. Apparently, Everton had a bid rejected earlier today for Olivier Giroud. That's a bit too much, I think. There was no way in hell they were ever going to sign Olivier Giroud.
On the upside, I got my score prediction right.
You did, mate. You did. You got your score prediction right. Yeah, apparently. I'll have to find out the source for that, but I've just seen a tweet. I don't know who the tweet is by. DiMarzio. Oh, he's not really reliable, that fella. So it is a bit, mate. It is a bit. Now, yeah, no. Everton just they think they're above their station. Old Ginola doing the old bowing down to the players. I love it. He's rubbing it in a little bit by giving a cuddle to the ex-Southampton player here. Fucking hell, man. I know we made it to a final, but we don't make it easy on ourselves, do we?
Oh, no. I know. It's never the easy way.
Fuck's sake. That red card was so unnecessary. So unnecessary. But, yeah. There you go. Oh, God.
I just hope someone comes in within the next 45 minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to say it's been a pot window.
Well, I've been saying I was hoping that this match would act as a bit of a smokescreen and let them get people to the to the training ground and get them through medicals quite quickly. But I've got a horrible feeling that what we've got is what we've got now. I don't think we're going to get anything else because Chelsea are refusing to give us Conor Gallagher because they see us as a rival, which is a load of bollocks because...
A rival? What, from that mid-table team?
Exactly. They're fucking 10 points behind us. And not only that...
The worst thing they could ever do was fucking sign Potter. He's a mid-table manager. Yeah, he's a great manager, but he's only good for mid-table.
Yeah. And not only that, though, they sold Jorginho to Arsenal, so it makes no fucking sense. But then again, you've also got fucking Stavely and Guducci hanging out with their owners before that Chelsea game earlier this season. I don't understand. I don't understand how Chelsea think, to be honest with you. And I really hope that if they ever come in for any of our players in the future, we turn around and go, sorry, we don't want to sell to a rival. I hope it comes back to bite Chelsea in the arse on that front. Another bit of news from Fabrizio Romano. Keylor Navas to Nottingham Forest agreed.
He's like 70 years old.
To be fair, though, that's a good signing for Nottingham Forest. Dean Henderson can't play against Man United tomorrow. So Navas will go straight into that squad and immediately improves that team. Enzo Fernandez undergoing his medical test with Chelsea staff and lawyers. As Ruby mentioned earlier, that's going on at the minute. just a lot of. I'm just trying to look through Twitter to see if anything's going on, but there's just a lot of other happy Newcastle fans at the minute. And I'll tell you what,
they're going to celebrate it for now, and then you watch in the morning. Then they'll start ripping into why Bruno got sent off, and
yeah. I mean,
this window was terrible.
Here's the thing, right? I know I'm going to get a lot of either whether it be Twitter hate or YouTube hate for saying this, but we've got fantastic owners who invested brilliantly. Don't get me wrong. Eddie's been brilliant. Everyone's been brilliant, from Dan Ashworth to Staveley to Gadusi to Eddie to Tyndall. Everyone's been fantastic. But start of the season, we knew where our deficiencies were, and our deficiencies were in centre midfield. We've sold Shelvey and not replaced him. We've also then sold Chris Wood, albeit not the best player. He was still a good backup choice to the other two striker options that we had. We've not replaced him. Now we're 2 players down with no replacements on the horizon, leaving us with even worse squad depth than we had before. Coming into 3 games in the Premiership with those players now missing, with potentially no Isaac and Bruno. It just doesn't make any sense to me that our owners didn't go, do you know what? We can fork out an extra 20 million, get 2 £10 million players. Whether it be a £10 million loan, go on, overpay for Gallagher, get him on a 6-month loan. It doesn't matter. We'll bite the bullet this time because we have to. Or somebody like Yuri Tielemans, 6 months left on his contract, offered 15 million. It's more than they're going to get if he's. Excuse me. It's more than they're going to get.
Just offer him something and give him dubs.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is my point. I know Dubravka. The only trouble with that is Dubravka wouldn't be able to play again, but that's because Eddie played him against Sheffield Wednesday. Because he's played for 2 teams in a single season, he wouldn't then be allowed to go and play for Leicester. But if he didn't play him against Sheffield Wednesday, then we've got leverage in a negotiation. And it comes back to the fact that, yes, I love Eddie. Yes, he's been fantastic. But he is still the same manager that signed Jordan Ibe and Dominic Solanke in the Premiership. So...
And Chris Wood.
There are issues with some players that he does choose to sign, but on the whole, he's been fantastic, and I'm not complaining about him before people start coming at me, but there are issues that need to be addressed with the squad depth, with signings, and we've missed a trick this window. We've known all along that we needed... We've known for how many days since Chris Wood left? I mean, it's been nearly a week since he's gone. We've known we need to get another player in. That Mateus França has been linked all window, and we've been haggling over €5 million. His release fee was 25 million. We bid 20 million. So why the fuck couldn't we just fork out and go, do you know what? There's the full fee. Let us have him. Now, I know that the release clause might only be for domestic clubs, but at the end of the day, you offer them that money, they're probably going to accept it. And yes, there may be a stupid sell-on fee, and they may have turned around and said, look, we want 50% of a sell-on. You turn around and say, well, we'll give you a quarter. It may be a hefty fee, but at the same time, it brings in that backup that we're going to need. And if he's a young player that we expect to be at the club for a long time, then we don't expect to, sell him on eventually, do we? We expect him to be here for the future. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me being naive, but I do feel like we've missed a few beats in this window, and that we could have gone on and strengthened a bit. But I don't know, mate. How are you thinking about it?
We need to strengthen. Like I said during the match, we lose Wood. That's 1 striker down. We lose Isaac to a possible concussion. We're 2 strikers down. We've only got 1 striker left. That's Wilson, and he's not firing.
Yeah.
We lose Shelvey. That's 1 midfielder down. We've now lost Bruno. That's 2 midfielders down. We need to bring someone else in, whether it be a freebie or not. Freebie, loan, I don't care. We need to bring someone else.
I get you.
Ashby, I don't see him playing. He's a good player, but I don't see him playing any time this season. Most likely shipped out on loan next season. I don't see him being a vital member of the team yet, so he's just a youth signing to me. Gordon, obviously, he will play. I can see him playing, but to me, that's just one player signed. It's not a good window for me. It's a poor window.
I have to admit, I do see Ashby getting some game time. I don't see him getting enough game time, but I see him getting something. Gordon's definitely going to get game time now. I think he's going to be thrown into the thick of it at the weekend. Although saying that, I could also see Maxi starting at the weekend with Jolinton dropped into the centre of that midfield, playing as a holding midfielder rather than playing that box-to-box role that he normally plays. I can see him sitting back and playing that defensive midfield role purely for the fact that Bruno's now not there. Trouble is I feel like Qual we probably should have kept because he can play as a striker. I feel like we were probably too eager to get him out on loan as soon as we could. Whereas
several people.
Yeah, I feel like if we'd have kept him just for a couple of weeks, just to assess the boy a bit quicker. Shola was too quick to get him out. Shola was way too quick to get him out. And so a team that probably isn't even going to enhance him. If we'd have kept him, we could have trained him into that team a little bit, acclimatized him a smidge, and then from there decided whether we wanted to send him out on loan or we could have integrated him into the first team. Because at this moment in time, with Wood gone, he would have become third choice striker and probably would have been a better option. From what I've seen of him as well, he's a better option than Jacob Murphy off the bench as a winger. He looked brilliant when he's come on.
I mean, no disrespect to the SPL, but it's poor. How's he going to develop there? And especially to somewhere like Hearts.
Yeah, it's
not a championship club where he's going to get battered and bruised, then that'll open him up.
Yeah, it's not a good league. It's not a good league. But I've just been having a quick look now at the current free transfer strikers that are available. You've got 33-year-old Alexander Pato, who could potentially come in and do a job for 6 months. You've got Artem Zuba, the Russian striker. He's 34. You got Simone Zaza, if you remember him. I think he used to play for
Napoli. He was poor for West Ham.
Yeah. Diego Roland, Connor Wickham of former Sunderland fame.
Sunderland Palace. Yeah, I remember him.
No, I know. This one actually I wouldn't mind. Nicholas Castillo. Now he's not a bad player, in fairness, so he could be a decent option. But my question is are we genuinely going to look at free signings? Because I feel like we're in Eddie Howe's mind, it's either you buy people or you're not. And I don't even think he's going to look at the free transfer market because there are people here, that we could potentially get in. But it's whether we will, I
don't think we will.
I don't think we will. I think we're done. I think we're done, and I think we're in trouble if we get one more injury. You think Bruno's 3-match suspension now? We go out this weekend and we play West Ham. Jolinton gets an injury. We are fucked. Because we've got Elliot Anderson, Sean Longstaff, Joe Willock, because that's central midfield 3. Who's going to come on as a sub to replace any of them? It'll be Jacob Miley from the under-21s. We've sent out a lot of players on loan. We've got no one else that can come in and support that team. I know Eddie is confident in his players, and I know a lot of our fans are as well, but I think tonight's just proved that, yes, we are fucking brilliant when we want to be, but at the same time, we are also vulnerable with our depth. And if we
It's just
don't,
the fact that, the moment that final fan leaves that stadium tonight, those lights are going off. They're not going to be staying on.
yeah, exactly that, mate. I mean, sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm literally just going to have a quick look at our at the availability of central midfield free transfers. So let's have a quick look at that. So you've got players like Tom Carroll.
Yeah, I remember him with bloody Spurs at Swansea.
He's 30 years old now. I remember him being highly rated at Spurs about 10 years ago. Obviously, you've got Ico as well, who could be a very good opportunity for us to take, but we won't. Probably because of the wages he'd command. The fact that he's got Real Madrid in his CV, he'd probably demand upwards of £100,000 a week, which I can't see Stavely, Gadusi, and Eddie going okay to. You've got players like Safir Taider, the Algerian player, who average. There's nothing particularly great about him. Danny Drinkwater, who's 32 now and also been very poor for the last few seasons. Romulo, who's 35-year-old Brazilian. I mean, there isn't really much else to say other than that. I mean, there's no other players. Moussa Dembele, if you remember from Tottenham, who's 35 now, he's a free agent. But why would we then, honestly,
Why we go for all these old players?
yeah, I question a lot of these things. There is one player here that potentially might fit the mold, other than Ico, is Jonathan Suarez, but on his CV, it's only American and Mexican clubs. He's 25 years old, but he's been decent for these teams, but it just doesn't make sense for the model that we've got as a club. Other than Ico, I can't see anybody else. I don't get it. But just to also let you know, according to Fabrizio Romano, Enzo Fernandez is going to sign with Chelsea until June 2031.
2031.
2031. So that's how they're avoiding FFP, is by spreading the cost over these many seasons. So that's 8 seasons that they're
just giving all these players a Pardew contract.
Yeah. So basically, that's what's happening. They're destroying the game of football by spreading it across all these seasons and going, well, you know what? We're not breaking any rules. Which
what did you sign? What did you sign? 8-year deal? Yeah, sub that. I want gone in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's exactly that, Ruby, mate. It's honestly, it's a fucking joke, because they've done the same.
2031.
They've done the same with Noni Madueke. They've done the same with Mikhailo Mudryk. They've done the same with Benoit Badiashile. They've done the same with everything they're doing. And I'll tell you what it is, and this isn't anything against Americans, but it's American owners coming into the game and thinking that they can do whatever they want. They do it in the NFL. They do it in Major League Baseball. They come in, they skirt around the rules. And it's not quite breaking the rules, but it's breaking, well, how to best to put it. It's against everything that the game stands for. It's against the spirit of the game, I guess, is the best way to put it. And I know UEFA and FIFA are looking at ways to instigate a maximum 5-year contract rule in the English game now, but they can't enforce that because the FA would have to agree to it. But in a bigger blow as well, I'm not sure if you saw this earlier as well. So the European Super League won in Spanish court today, ruling against UEFA and FIFA that if they were to progress with a European Super League, that they are not allowed to be punished by UEFA or FIFA for their participation in a Super League. Now, domestic leagues can punish them, but this all fits in again with the same thing that Chelsea are doing. So these teams will be allowed into a Super League. Honestly, I can't wrap my head around any of these things that are happening at this minute in time. Chelsea being allowed to do these things, the Super League allowed to progress. Football for me at the minute is we were told by fans, pundits, everybody that Newcastle were ruining football because of the amount of money that we've got. Now we've done fuck all wrong. Chelsea have come in with Todd Bowley and they have just completely demolished football. They have heightened transfer fees to the point that it's stupid. Enzo Fernandez was a £10 million player 6 months ago. Now he's £105 million. How is this acceptable? Honestly, there needs to be some legislation in place that prevents things like this from happening.
It has to be. It needs looking. It needs investigating. It really does need investigating. How the hell they can spend in 2 windows over 600 million and not get done by FFP?
Yeah,
they can sign players for fun and not get said. Nothing gets said about it. Yeah, all we sign is Dan Burn for what 12 mil, and we're spending blood money, oil money. We've only spent 12 mil compared to Chelsea spending 600 fucking million quid.
Yeah. £500 million Chelsea have spent in 2 windows. Now, I know 200 plus million from us is quite a lot of money, but you think our average spend over Mike Ashley's tenure per window was 2.6 million. It's fucking peanuts compared to what Todd Bowley has spent. And it's a joke. Now, purely for the fact that I've had nothing else better to do all day because it's deadline day, and I didn't want to watch Sky because it was boring the shit out of me at one point. I put TalkSport on, and it was Simon Jordan, Jim White, and they were speaking to Kieran Maguire, football finance expert, and he said that if you go back to the first season with Abramovich as owner, and you added inflation, he spent roughly 632 million. If you increased it with inflation to what it would be nowadays, that's how much he spent in his first window. Chelsea have basically spent the same amount. And Abramovich destroyed football the first time he came into football because he spent that much. And the prices of footballers around the world increased because of what Abramovich spent. They're just doing the same thing. Chelsea are the original instigators of inflated transfer fees and just football as we know it nowadays, which is ridiculous money, ridiculous wages, ridiculous signing on fees. And they're ruining it for everybody else. I mean, the La Liga, the Bundesliga, Ligue 1, everybody are looking at the Premiership and they're complaining about how much money we've spent. But it's not the Premier League that have spent this money. It's the fucking Chelsea team that have spent this money. I don't understand it anymore, mate. I don't understand how FFP is supposed to legislate football when it doesn't legitimately legislate football. It does for us because obviously we've not been able to sign anyone apparently because of FFP. But Chelsea are allowed to go out and do all of these dealings that they have done.
And then look what that's dropped us.
Yeah. My question is, why haven't we? If this is a legitimate thing that they can do, why haven't we? Why haven't we gone, do you know what? We're interested in James Maddison. Why don't we sign him on an 8-year contract? Do you know what? Because there was rumours today that apparently we're looking at Declan Rice for the summer. Why haven't we gone out and gone, do you know what? Let's get Declan Rice. Let's get him on an 8-year contract. Because it seems like playing nice in football these days isn't the way to progress, isn't the way to get forward. And do you know what, mate? You were bang on, Ruby. What is the point in FFP? Because it is absolutely fucking pointless. It seems to be that if you've got money, you'll win, and it's all about buying things. It's like a mobile game, you know. If you've got money, you'll win at it. If you don't, then it's going to take a lot longer for you to have any success at anything. And I'm sick of it now. I really am, because I was hopeful coming into January that we would progress in some deals and maybe do something, but I don't know. Disappointed a little bit, to be
And yet,
honest.
what's all these players going to do for Chelsea? Fuck all, because they're going to stay mid-table.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They'll want to leave come the end of the season. And, oh, we're not in Europe. I'll sod that. I want to go. Then what's that money going to do for them?
Well, this is it. This is it as well. And to go with Ruby's point, why didn't Liverpool then go for Jude Bellingham? You know, number one target. They could have gone for Jude Bellingham and gone, you know what, we're going to put him on a 10-year contract, spread the cost over 10 years, rather than doing it the way they want to. It's because Todd Bowley has got good lawyers. That's all it is. And he knows that he's got an airtight loophole, because that's what it is. Let's face it, it's a loophole. People may say it's not. People may say it's within the laws of the game currently, but it isn't. It's against the sportsmanship of the game. And that is what football is all about. It's sportsmanship. Now, time wasting, these sorts of things may rile people the wrong way, but that is part of sportsmanship still. It's purely the fact that grinding out results and things like that, that is how football is played. What Todd Bowley is doing is against the very core nature of what football is, which is to have teams compete. He is taking the competitivity away from football by buying everything. Now, I know they're mid-table. I know they're not exactly blowing every team out of the water at the moment. But next season, when they've got all these players and they're all embedded and they're all on this 8-year deal still, and they start performing as a team, and they, you know, they're sat top by December next season, I wonder if people will feel the same way about how he's dealt with things, or is there finally are people going to be, you know, as outraged as I am now, to be honest, because it's a joke. It is a joke. And honestly, I'm so angry. It's just, yeah. I genuinely don't know what to say. I genuinely just don't know what to say.
Absolute joke.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
But in other news, we're in the final.
We are, mate. Yeah, let's take it back to the positives. I love as well how Gabby Logan on Twitter all of a sudden has turned from Arsenal fan back to Newcastle fan.
She's always been a Newcastle fan.
Sorry, I'm getting me people mixed up here. It's Laura Woods that's an Arsenal fan. Her dad's a Newcastle fan, Laura Woods. Gabby Logan, yeah. Tweeting we're going to Wembley. Wembley Stadium tweeting Newcastle are going to Wembley. AFC Bournemouth news. Not the official Bournemouth channel, but people congratulating Eddie on taking us there. It's a phenomenal achievement, really, isn't it? You know, we look at the progress that we've had from this time last season, mate, and I think nowhere in our wildest dreams would we have ever imagined that we would have been a finalist in a cup competition, third in the league, best defence in Europe. It's incredible. The progress has been terrific. And
that's just a matter of if we can stay third in the league for the next 3 games whilst Bruno's out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we started the season. Well, we've had a few games earlier in the season where Bruno was injured, and we managed to survive, albeit with a few draws, which we've had recently. I can't see Spurs overtaking us. I genuinely
no.
So I can still see us being in the top 4 until Bruno comes back. My only question is whether we've got the depth to last the season. I'd like to think we could, because the first half of the season we've had the depth to keep ourselves where we are. It's just, I'm not sure if it's just PTSD from the fact that, the last 14 years under Mike Ashley makes me think and expect the worst from Newcastle United. But there's just something that I can't shake, I'm not sure about you. How are you feeling about everything at the minute?
I mean, what? We're on a good unbeaten run. We're doing really well. Nick Pope finally got beat, so I hope that doesn't play on his mind too much and he can still continue his goalkeeping form. That's the only concern. Now that he's been beat, he needs to make sure that he doesn't concede more often.
I think
it just takes that one time just to have for so long, 10, 11 straight clean sheets.
Yeah.
As soon as that one goes in, your mind starts thinking and then you start becoming leaky. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
Yeah. I have to admit, I do think that he'll be all right, given the fact that, it's a cup game. He's still unbeaten in, I'm not quite sure how many it is in the league. I would imagine it's about 7 or 8 clean sheets he's had league-wise. So there is still that under his belt. He in the Premiership, he is still doing terrifically. Not only that, you've got players like Sven Botman still unbeaten in a Newcastle shirt, which is just absolutely incredible. And for all of his faults and flaws, Callum Wilson is still unbeaten this season as well. So, there are some positives to take in with us. In fact, there's a lot of positives to take. I just feel like we've been overshadowed by the negatives, or at least I have, from the Bruno sending off, the Isak injury.
The way the ref fucking performed.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of positives to take, really, isn't there?
Yeah, Sean Longstaff scored.
Yeah, exactly. He buried 2 chances today. He really showed a clinical finish, which is more than Wilson showed when he had the opportunity. So, you can't fault the team's effort tonight. They were all fantastic. They put everything on the line. Even Bruno, who...
And your mic's gone again.
Am I back?
Yeah.
It's this bloody thing. Honestly, this adapter is the bane of my life. But yeah, no, we've been brilliant up until recently. I know since the World Cup we've had 1 win in the league and something like 3 or 4 draws. So 2 wins and 3 or 4 draws. But with the games we've got coming up, you'd expect us to get at least 2 wins. West Ham, you'd expect us to win. The game against Bournemouth, you'd expect us to win. The game against Liverpool is going to be a lot more difficult now that Bruno's not in the squad. But they don't have Van Dijk. They don't have Canate. It could be a lot worse. Just to show that apparently we've been better than Liverpool since the World Cup. I think we were better than Liverpool before the World Cup as well, though, Ruby. So not to rub that in or anything, but it's not often I get to rub in the fact that we're better than Liverpool. So I'm going to take every opportunity I can, mate. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to say the least. Whether we can maintain this form, I know a lot of people are expecting us to drop off, expecting our game to hit the.
I'd say we are already in our dip of form because our goals have dried up.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly like that. When you say it like that, like the Leeds game, we should have absolutely smashed it, but they played a very low press. They refused to let us past them. They refused to let us get any shots on target, really. And the trouble is, a lot of teams are going to play like that against us now. Which is what Southampton were trying to emulate tonight, really, was the fact that they don't want us to get behind them, put the balls into Miggy. Miggy's been marked out of every game since the World Cup. teams have clocked on to him, and the balls that Trippier plays through to him. It feels like maybe now is an opportunity to drop, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but drop Miggy Almiron purely for the fact that teams have clocked him. They realise what he's doing, and they realise how we're playing with him. Maybe bring Gordon in and put him on that right wing and play with him down that.
Just trying out something new and reshaping it. Just
exactly.
Go Gordon. Well, just go Isaac, Wilson, and Gordon as a front three. That'd just confuse everybody. Oh, why are those two playing together now?
Yeah, we'll completely change it up, like you said. You change it so that people don't understand what's happening, or they aren't familiar with the formation that you play in.
If we're going to keep playing the same team week in, week out, other teams are going to catch us out.
Exactly, and they have is what's going on as well. They have. Southampton marked Almiron out of the game. Leeds marked Almiron out of the game. Even Fulham marked Almiron out of the game. It wasn't until Jacob Murphy came on. I hate it for saying it, but Murphy came on and he changed that game. So, yeah, it's a really weird one. We need to change something. And again, just so people know, this isn't me complaining. This is me wanting the best for my team. This is me wanting my team to progress forward. This is me wanting my team to play the best football that they possibly can. Now, their expectations of our team have obviously gone up since we've been in the top four. However, I'm not against us finishing top six. But if we've got the opportunity to finish in the top four, we need to take it in both hands, grab it, and play like a team that's top four. And in order to do that, we need to adapt. We need to sign players that are going to fill those gaps that we have in that team, and we need to be able to adapt like a top four team. And so far, we've not done that really. I'm not complaining about it. I love how we've been playing, and it's incredible. From a Mike Ashley team, it's a complete divergence, and it is phenomenal to see. And I'm really enjoying the game. But I'd love us to get Champions League football next season, and in order to do that, we need to progress.
Definitely.
So,
definitely. I mean, I was just seeing another comment saying, Chelsea won't. Where is it? Chelsea won't deal with Newcastle over Conor Gallagher, who see us as a direct rival, yet agree a deal with Arsenal for Jorginho.
Oh, yeah. No, I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. It's stupid. They've sold Jorginho to them for 14 million, 15 million, something like that. But they won't loan Conor Gallagher to us. They're more rivals with Aston Villa for that 10th spot than they are Newcastle for fourth or third. But to go with what Ruby's saying, since the end of the World Cup, Liverpool have only won 2 games. So have we, technically, in the league. We've beat Leicester 3-0 and we beat Fulham 1-0. Other than that, I know we've played Arsenal, which, to be fair, was probably my result of the season, going to the Emirates and drawing 0-0 when no other team has been there, got any points whatsoever from Arsenal and kept a clean sheet there too. It's brilliant. Arsenal fans may hate us for it, but to quote Eddie, we're not here to make friends, we're here to compete. We haven't even won a game in this calendar year. Jesus Christ, I didn't know that about Liverpool. That is quite worrying. I'm not going to say that I'm the biggest Liverpool fan in the world. Obviously, I like you, Ruby, so I don't want to offend you in any way at all, mate. But my grandma's a Liverpool fan as well. But yeah, I can't say I'm angry about Liverpool's downfall this season, but it isn't nice to see one of England's heavyweights turn into what they have this season. I'm sure you guys will end up coming back once all your injuries are dealt with. You'll be phenomenal again. It's only a matter of time, and I imagine that even with Champions League or without Champions League, you'll probably end up signing Jude Bellingham. So
Nah, he's going to wear black and white.
It's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream, mate. I think I'd love it to happen.
We'll just go get his brother then, Job.
Joby, I could see actually doing pretty well. You see, that's one thing I will say is when Luis Diaz is back, I genuinely think he could do quite well for Liverpool. Haha, funny.
Has Liverpool by any chance brought Mike Ashley's training gear? Because you seem to be having, as soon as you get injured players coming back, they get injured again. So you must be sitting in wheelie bins and paddling pools like the Ashley era.
Have they got Steve Bruce and Steve Agnew as their training staff?
Oh, and Clements, yeah, why not?
See, personally, I would like us to see, and somebody mentioned it to me on Twitter earlier today, Manuel Ugarte, who's a central defensive midfielder over in Portugal. He's an Argentinian lad, absolutely phenomenal player. I think he could do really well in this team. With him sitting central defensive midfield, Bruno and Jolinton just in front, I think that would be a phenomenal midfield, you know. Or even potentially going and getting somebody like, I mean, I don't know about you. Who would you personally, if this is, right, let's do a hypothetical. It's the summer. You know, we've finished in Champions League places. We've got money to spend.
Your mic goes.
Mike's back. So it's the summer. You've got some money to spend. Who would you go and get? Be anyone you want, and it doesn't have to be the ones that are linked. It doesn't have to be Maddison. It doesn't have to be Tielemans. It could be anybody that you absolutely want. Who would you go and get?
It's a tough one. It depends on which part of it. I probably would say I would have to be a striker that can handle themselves, that isn't so injury prone. And we got a 60 mil striker that came on and then had to get subbed off. Has hardly played many games for us. So you got Wilson that's misfiring. We do need another striker. I mean, so Mokoko's been linked a lot. I've actually mentioned him quite many few times, even a few seasons ago I mentioned him.
Obviously, he signed a new deal with Borussia Dortmund, so it'd be difficult to prize him away. Potentially that França from Flamengo, if we could agree a deal in the summer, he could be somebody that could come in and...
Yes, he plays for Man United, but that Garnacho, he looks a pretty decent player.
He looks...
As well as, what's his name? That young Leeds winger.
Oh, Nonto,
he looks absolutely amazing. I wouldn't mind going in for.
I feel like he'd be a more achievable player that we could sign. Nonto. I genuinely, personally, I've been a huge advocate for us trying to sign Matheus França from Flamengo. I feel like he could be an absolutely incredible player. But then at the same time, you've got Angelo, the winger from Santos, who's only 18 as well. He could be an incredible signing. I know Nottingham Forest are highly interested in him at the minute.
Oh, Nottingham Forest are after every bloody player in the bloody world.
That you could name a player and any one of them could be after him. But I'm just going to throw a little curveball here. I think that personally, I would be after somebody like, and don't laugh at me here, but Aubameyang. Now I know he's not exactly.
Right, I'm going.
I know he's not exactly got the best attitude in the world, and I know he's not been firing for Chelsea. But as a third choice striker behind Wilson and Isak, he's not bad, is he? I mean, he's got experience.
He's terrible. Barcelona will actually want him back.
Let me put it this way.
Have you seen his arm by any chance?
No, but Chris Wood.
Do you know that he has an Arsenal tattoo on his arm?
Well, yeah, I can appreciate that for the fact that he played for them for so long.
No, past it. We were linked with him back in his Borussia Dortmund days. We were linked with Lacazette. Arsenal nicked both of them.
Oh yeah, but would you take him or Chris Wood? Is my point. And
neither.
Neither's not an option.
Because they're old has-beens. I want a young team. I don't want no oldies that are going to walk onto the pitch and throw their hip out.
Yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily sign them on a permanent. I'd sign them on a loan.
More like be a pay-as-you-play. I'd rather have Andy Carroll back. At least they'll put in a shift.
Yeah. Also, I think of it this way as well. There is another player that is on my mind, and that's Moussa Dembele from Lyon, who's on a free transfer in the summer. Now, his contract expires. It could be a relatively easy deal to do because of that. Whether he'd want to play third fiddle to Wilson and Isak, but to be honest, at this stage, I think Wilson's dropping down the pecking order. Another game misfiring tonight. Isak's already ahead of him for me. So, I don't know. I think he could do a job.
I mean, I'd probably look towards the Bundesliga for strikers. Maybe like don't know. I've kind of got a liking to Briel and Bolo. I think he's a pretty decent player.
You know what? I've watched a lot of him. He is fucking quality. My grandparents, my granddads grew up with family members in Switzerland, so I've got a bit of an affinity with the Swiss. So I follow them and their national team, and what a player he is! Absolutely phenomenal. So that could be a really good signing, mate. Do you know what? Hats off to you. That's a good shout. That is a very good shout.
Yeah, but I mean, Brill and Bolo it's a name you wouldn't suggest yet. It could be something that we could just get out of the blue.
Oh, yeah.
No one would think we'd go for a player like him, and that next minute, we've just unveiled. Oh, look, by the way, we've just unveiled Brill and Bolo.
Yeah, definitely. Here's another one for you. So that, Christ, I can't ever remember his name, but the young French lad that went with them to the World Cup, Mouani, what's his name? Do you know the one I mean?
Oh, you've stumped me on that one.
Yeah, I can't remember his actual name, but he looked half decent for them, you know. France,
French national team.
Bolo Mouani. He scored against Morocco, I think. Kolo Mouani. I would take him. He's young. He's a decent little player. But then again, at the same time, I know Everton put a bid in for him, but I think I'd take Olivier Giroud as a backup striker. I think he could do
he's a midfielder, actually.
Yeah.
Randall Kolo Muani, midfielder.
That's the lad. He's a midfielder, is he?
Yeah, Sky Sports have got him down as a midfielder.
That's crazy. Mad. There you go. So there are players out there. It's just whether or not would be willing to take them. So, all right, let's phrase this differently. You've got 200 million in the summer. You know, we've got some sponsorship deals. We've got Champions League. We've got a cup win under our belts. So we've got a bit of income. 200 million. You've got 4 players you can sign. Who are you getting?
Oof. 4 players. Well, we've been linked with Thuram, so I'd probably go for Marcus Thuram.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. He'd be on a free as well. He'd be on a free, so you still got your 200 million to spend, really.
Oh, and you get a decent player for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably, depending on how Wilson and Isak are getting on, or if they're still injured or just not firing, then I'd probably go get a brilliant Bolo type of player. Midfield-wise, we do need some strengthening in that midfield because the bench is just weak as fuck. It's that type of player that you need. You want... Oh, it's really difficult.
I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Think years back, he
Yeah.
got the top players. You got the Laurent Robert type of player. You got Nobby Solano. You got Rivaldo, Ronaldinho type players.
Oh yeah.
Now you just wish to have like a Kaká style player, but now you just got this and that. Well, I'd give to have those players back.
I'm going to throw you a proper curveball here. Amadou Onana from Everton. He's 6 foot plus, proper beast in that midfield. I think him, Jolinton, and Bruno in that central midfield could be very, very good moving forward.
That just reminded me of another we was linked with, João Pedro from Watford.
Yes. Now he moving forward. If Watford don't get promoted this season, I would put my house on the fact that we could end up with him next summer if they don't get promoted. If they do get promoted, I feel like he's the sort of lad that will probably turn around and go, do you know what, I'm going to stay with him because I'm going to get constant game time. I'm not going to be behind anyone in the pecking order. But he would be a phenomenal addition to the team.
Definitely young. Definitely got a future ahead of him. He comes to us, we can play him on the wing. You can have a completely brand new wing of Gordon, Isak, and Pedro up top. Oof.
Exactly.
The pace.
Oh yeah, it's all about the pace. Just a quick one. Obviously, the transfer deadline has passed not 3 minutes ago. Pedro Porro signed for Tottenham. And as far as I can tell, that is really the only other piece of business that has been done. Other than, I'm not sure if you can see that. That is Keylor Navas in the Nottingham Forest kit.
Oh, wow.
So I would assume that he has now signed for them as well.
Well, there you go, people. All we sign is Harrison Ashby, who is not going to feature for this season. Maybe even get about 5-10 minutes. He'll go on loan next season. I probably will end up guaranteeing that. We sign Anthony Gordon, and that's it.
Yeah.
So we're in the shitter in terms of loss of players.
Yeah. Sorry, just to bring this message up from Ruby earlier. Ever since we went to the AA training ground, we've got so many bloody injuries. We've never left Melwood. Well, that's down to
AA, the Ashley Academy.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. That's why you're getting so many injuries.
Oh dear. Yeah, well, it happens, doesn't it? I mean, Newcastle could have anticipated the fact that Isak would get a concussion and Bruno would get sent off. So, but here we are. The fact that Liverpool have ended up with the amount of injuries that they have is unprecedented. Not any team in the world would have imagined that they've ended up with that many first-team players unavailable for selection. But just before we finish up, obviously we want to finish on a positive. So we're into a final now. We're going to Wembley. We're going to the Carabao Cup final, my friend. We are fucking there. And for the first time in I don't know how many years, there is now a feeling at Newcastle that we can do this year upon year. We can compete. We can actually compete rather than just, get it by. And it's Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe and Jason Tyndall and their coaching staff. Although to use his actual name, it's Eddie Howe and Mad Dog Tyndall that have got us to where we are. And do you know what? I couldn't be prouder of the team or the coaching staff or anyone from top to bottom in that club that have got us to where we are. So I'm not sure how you feel, mate, but I am fucking proud of the way that we have dealt with things so far.
Definitely. First final, first time chance we can raise first bit of silverware since before England won the World Cup. That just says it all. First final since 75-76 season. So we've already got one hand on that trophy already. We just need to confirm that we can get both hands on that trophy. When is the...
Do you know what? I think we can beat Man United. Ericsson being injured. Thank you, Andy Carroll. Agent Andy has done his job phenomenally. I genuinely think that we can do this. I don't see any reason why Man United could beat us pound for pound, player for player. I would bet us against Man United every time. Pope versus De Gea. Pope has had a much better season. Botman share against Martinez and whoever the fuck they play beside him. I would bet on us. Trippier versus Dalot. Trippier's had a much better season. Luke Shaw is probably the only defender out of Man United's team that I would put in ours if we had a combined 11. Bruno Fernandes is just a whinging, moaning little bitch who desperately dives and begs for fouls at every opportunity. Guimaraes over him every day of the week. Jolinton over, Ericsson every day of the week for me, purely for the fact that Jolinton doesn't stop running. Ericsson knows his limits and plays to that, and he's more of a stoic midfielder with passing range, but Jolinton will run his ass off for the team, and I'll take that every day of the week.
Oh, yeah. And another stat for you, that's will make it even more interesting.
Go for it.
In 3 weeks' time is the final on the 26th of February on a Sunday. I think we should do a watch along for that final, don't you think?
I think we take it, mate. I think if it goes as it is now, Ericsson's injured. I know that they're potentially getting Sabitzer in from Bayern Munich, but I genuinely think we take this.
Not only that, this final becomes already a memorial event as it marks 100 years of Wembley Stadium.
Bloody hell. Well, there you go. Not only that, the fact that we've waited so long for a trophy, I think puts it in our court. And the fact that, Man United are expecting themselves to beat us leads to
still got to get past Forest again.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. I think that
it's not over till that final whistle tomorrow.
The only person that could have any effect on that game is Marcus Rashford. He's been phenomenal.
We'll just send Joey in after him. 2-footed tackle done.
I'm not sure if you want to continue this chat, but I need to shoo away for 2 seconds.
Well, I'm going to need to shoot off to bed soon anyway because of work.
Yeah, I'm desperate for the loo, mate. I'm not going to lie. I've had a lot of whiskey. The toilet is calling.
We'll call it there. 26th of Feb, the final.
26th of Feb, mate. And we should probably do a watch along for that game as well, mate, because I think it's going to be an incredible game. And
put it in your diary. Book it from your missus so that you're allowed to watch it.
Oh, definitely. Unless there's anything that happens with the kiddo, it should be absolutely fine.
Unless Love Island's on early, then you ain't getting them in the laptop.
Oh no, she can fucking watch it on her phone, mate. It's But anyway, buddy, it's been absolutely amazing to have you on. I appreciate you coming on and having a chat with me and watching the game with me and doing all of this, bud. It's always nice to have a chat with you. But hopefully we can do this again soon. And we're through, mate. We're in a final. We're fucking massive.
We got it. We got
this. Anyway, buddy. Away the lads. I can't do that. I don't have the shirt on. But
you better wear the shirt on the final.
I don't want to, for the fact that every time I've worn it, we've lost. So, out of
you gotta wear the colours for the final.
I'll find something, mate. I'll find something. I've got a baseball cap, a Newcastle baseball cap. I'll put on.
Oh, I suppose it'll do.
Anyway, mate, you have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Take it easy, pal. Cheers, mate.
Ladies.
All right, bye. Take it easy, everyone. Have a good night.